right now. You can watch you can see the bands across the way, and the guys fixing to come through the breakthrough, and all the kind of pageantry and excitement that begins in a high school football game. But also, you can watch this whole ball game from the start to finish, and then you can also go back afterwards and watch the replay of the game if you like to. Anytime you want to, you can go back and see any of those ball games. So that's an exciting way that technology has changed things. I kind of like the way that the guys come through the breakthrough, the captains in the front, the arm in arm, and then they kind of expand out there, and really excited to get this football game started. The Callaway Cavaliers will be receiving. They lost the toss. Central won it. They deferred in the second half, so it'll be the Callaway offense in the field first, Tony.
Yeah, it'll be a high-powered Callaway offense against that stingy Central Carroll defense. So we'll see what gives on the first possession, Jack. It'll be important for the Cavaliers to get off to a good start, take care of the football. Jump out early, be impressive if they can go down and score on their first opening drive, because Central Carroll's only giving up 6 points a game. So
as I think about this ball game, if I'm designing things from a special team standpoint, I'm probably not kicking deep with Terry Godwin. I'm probably going to try to put the ball, if I got a good enough kicker, to put it in the end zone, or I'm going to kick it a line drive and make it kind of bounce around down there and make somebody have to get down on it.
Well, you can bet they've seen Terry on film, so they're gonna do everything they can. And as you mentioned, Terry will be on the other side of the field, and Eddie Culpepper, number 6, will be deep along with Jet Snelling. So, again, Jack, that's one of the things. Callaway has a lot of people who can score from anywhere on the field. Eddie Culpepper has really come on the last 2 or 3 weeks, and has done a great job from the tailback position, taking a lot of pressure off Tez Parks and Terry Godwin. So, there's a lot of people to stop on the Callaway side.
Callaway will be going from left to right as you're looking at your radio. They're in all black tonight, black pants, black tops, white numbers. Central comes out in a white jersey, kind of a silver pant, dark helmets as well. So they'll be going from right to left. That's the way they'll be kicking the ball as he's placing the ball on the 40-yard line. And we're ready for high school football right here as the Callaway Cavaliers again are taking on the Lions of Central.
We're supposed to have butterflies on we, Jack, even in the press box.
Well, I'm excited.
I am too. I understand. I think when you quit getting butterflies, you should get away from it.
Let's remember too. You said it very well as we did our pregame show. This is 2 undefeated in the region teams.
That's right.
This is really the battle for 1 and 2 in the region.
Right. That's right.
They both won, lost in their seasons, and those came in their non-region schedules. And now we're set to kick this thing off. They'll whistle at the end, and their kicker's going to approach the ball, kicks it from the 40. Kind of short, going to the 15, taking there up to the 20. Going to cut back to the middle of the field. Nice block in front of him to the 25-30. Going to dance around a little bit, get to the 34-yard line. That's Jet Snelling's going to take that and bring it all the way across the 30. First down for the Cavaliers.
Snelling's did a good job catching that kick on about his own 15 or 20-yard line. Got the ball out to 35 to set up good field position for the Cavaliers on their first drive, Jack.
Greg Hicks listening to us over there at the in Perry, Georgia, on the World Wide Web. He said, "The kick it to Godwin."
I guess I have to admit we miss old Greg tonight.
I bet he'll be texting all night probably from over there.
He's having a good time.
If his wife will let him.
Yeah.
We love you too, Amy. I formation for the Cavaliers. Parks will turn around, hand the ball off to his tailback, who's going to drive for some yards. About 5 or 6 guys hitting him, but he's going to get all the way up to the 40-yard line just about, and he'll gain about 4, almost 5, brings up second down.
Good job by the Cavalier offensive line as they run that little trap that Devon Ross has been so successful with this year. Picked up about 4 yards and kept those legs moving, and a good gain on first down for the Cavaliers.
You know what I like about that play as well is that Tess go ahead and plays out that fake all the way through, down bootlegs out by himself, and I think that's something we're setting up for the future. Fake that handoff, everybody's biting on that, and see him come around to this outside.
Everything revolves off for Callaway with the success of their fullback, Jack.
Parks will go again, understand eye formation behind him, Rosser. He's going to block for Culpepper. Culpepper fighting for yardage. Getting up, he's got to get.
Ball's on the ground.
And looks like Central's got it. Yes, they do. Fighting for that extra yard caused us to lose the football, and that's going to be a big break for Central.
First big break of the game goes to Central's defense, and they did a good job of tackling. They stripped the football from Eddie, and the ball fell on the ground about the 41-yard line. Central fell on it, and a big break for Central Carroll early in the ball game.
So they're going to huddle up on the far side, not come on the field quite yet. They'll get their play from their coaches on that sideline. 11:03 left to go. In the first quarter play, no score.
Good to see Bronze Zalea back at his middle linebacker position, Jack. He was out last week with a little back problem. Good to see him back in there tonight.
So So Central now has the ball, resting on the 41-yard line of Callaway. Rick Woodard.
Little wishbone look, Jack.
He sure is. He's the under center. They're going off to his tailback, number 1. He's going to be hit behind the line, brought down. Great job by the Cavaliers. That's number 1, Curtis Davenport, the ball carrier.
That's also number 11, Dre Martin from his defensive end. Good open field tackle that right there. Wrapped the runner up, and he fell forward for maybe a half a yard, Jack.
Nice pursuit. Good job of blocking, although on the Central line, they're coming off the ball pretty well. But they do. Our guys kind of hold those blockers. Don't let them kind of push us too far to the outside. We keep that contained, and a nice tackle there.
Number 9, Jalen Allen, did a good job of occupying blockers to free up Dre Martin for that tackle.
You're going to actually mark him for a loss. So 2nd and 11. Reversing off the wishbone, going off that left side, and nothing going there as Davenport brought down by a host of Cavaliers.
Yeah, they tried the same play on the other side. Number 14, Deion Smith for the Cavaliers, smelled that play out and held it to about maybe a yard gain. Brings up about 3rd and 9 as the Cavaliers shuffle fresh bodies in for this what could be maybe a passing down for Central Carroll.
Both teams with a large number of guys on the sideline. A lot of times as we play here in AAA, you'll see a team that really doesn't have a lot of guys, a lot of second guys that have to go both ways. But tonight, both these teams will have some fresh legs. Back under center. A wing offense. They'll run it back to the far side, a little toss sweep, and we're going to read that all over the place. Number 6, Demarcus Owensby is going to be brought down in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have to punt it away.
And we got a late flag after the play, Jack. That was a great play over there by Deion Smith again on the far side as he tackled the running back. And after the play, it looked like maybe a late block on Tez Parks against Central Carroll. So we'll see what happens on this call.
He's pointing towards Central. He'll step up and give us the instructions. Personal foul against Central. I think we're going to probably decline that and go with 4th down.
Well, it could have been after the play, Jack, so I'm not sure if that
okay, maybe if
they are going to mark it off, so it must have been after the play was over.
Well, actually, they're going to go back to 3rd.
Okay, so it's going to stay 3rd?
Still, as long as I look at the chains on the far side, it stays 3rd down. Ball will rest now on the 44-yard line of Central. And they'll still have the ball. We're looking at a 3rd down now.
Terry Godwin is in deep and is back for a punt. Now they flipped it over, Jack. It is 4th down. Okay. So Central's going to be forced to punt here, we think, unless they try to fake it on us. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, with my declining health at my advanced age, I still do have butterflies.
It's just like having Greg here in the booth.
Yes, it is.
Texas
we can't get away from him, can we? Yeah.
All right, so it is 4th down. They'll punt it away. Terry Godwin will be back deep. He stands on the 20-yard line alone by himself.
Good defensive stand that time, Jack, by the Callaway defense after that turnover. Yes, sir.
There's a snap. Takes it. We looked like we had an opportunity to block it, but Godwin will take it
punt right
back
there.
at the 12. Reverses field, trying to get upfield, but they're going to do a good job of covering.
That's good coverage that time.
That's number 7, T.J. Dunson, senior defensive back. He's right down there in our face, and Godwin will go right down.
Terry had nowhere to go on that one, and he thought better of trying to go a little deeper because the ball's going to be out actually around going to mark it at about the 8 inside the 10-yard line. So, but again, Jack, that's a great stand by the Callaway defense after that turnover. Quick change of possession. Cavalier defense came in and responded and really held the Central offense to really no gain at all.
Yep.
And
in fact, they lost yardage.
That's right. So now the Cavaliers back on offense for the 2nd time.
Field position has shifted, though, as the Cavaliers now have the ball at the 9-yard line. That's where they take it 1st and 10. Low snap, and going to hand it off to Rosser. Rosser will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it as Central's all over that one.
Jack, I look down on the field and I see Cavaliers with a new center. Looks like Stephen Curtis is playing center. I'm not sure if Josh Williams is able to play. He sustained an arm injury past week, and I'm not sure he's even going to be able to play tonight. So that could be a big thing, the center quarterback exchange tonight.
Devin Powell also back on the field. He had his helmet knocked off in that previous series. He's got his equipment back together, and he's back on the field as well, as they'll come out with a split in left and right. Slot to this near side. Parks will take the snap, and he'll take it and just run to the right side. Tries to get up to the 10. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So Central really kind of collapsing down on us. We'll pick up about 2. Brings up 3rd down.
And that was exactly Central's MO coming into the game was speed on defense. And so far it really shows up. Boy, they really run to the football well as a defensive unit. And so they're matching the Cavalier speed step for step so far, Jack.
Parks will get his call from the sideline, step up to his offense. They'll break huddle. Make their way back to the line of scrimmage. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. So 3rd and 9. You can hear the fans from over at Central. They're on their feet. There's a snap. Again, a low snap. Parks going to air it out way down the field. 2 men there. It's Godwin who goes up. He's still on his feet at the 40. Down to the 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Callaway. Callaway was on an amazing play.
Are you kidding me, Jack? My goodness, Jack. We mentioned him in the pregame. That's called ball skills, I believe, right there, Jack. He simply went up, caught the ball at the highest point. Good coverage by the defensive back. And so far, Jack, as we mentioned early in the game, nobody this year has had an answer for Terry Godwin. I know it's early in the first quarter, but my goodness, I believe that's the definition of ball skills. I hope our fans are watching that on the website there, Jack. That was unbelievable.
Well, I tell you what, the defensive back played perfect technique on him. Terry just goes up to the highest point, brings it down, as you mentioned, purely with his hand, with his ball skills, brings it in, and then steps over the DB and hits that second gear, and it's gone.
That's what you call I want it more than you do. Yeah. And Terry went up, and what a great play. Woo! Big extra point here for the Cavaliers, Jack.
Here we go. Snap, hold, kick is up. Do they get a hand on it?
Yeah.
They're going to block it.
That's just too slow, Jack. That's been we've had trouble with the kicking game all year. That took way too long to develop right there. I hope that doesn't come back to haunt us later.
Brandon Brooks is your first step to achieving your dream of home ownership. Looking to take advantage of great mortgage rates? Contact Brandon Brooks at Statewide Mortgage by calling 706-302-7638 or visit him online at statewidemortgagega.com. That's Statewide Mortgage, and talk to Brandon Brooks at 706-302-7638 or on the web at www.statewidemortgagega.com. NMLS 1002584. As leases with $1,999 due at signing.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Callaway Cavalier football.
Tony, going back to that last play, what makes things so special is when they happen. It was 3rd and 9, and Tez Parks just throws a perfect pass down there. So we're going to kick the ball off. It's actually going to go out of bounds. They'll bring it out to 35, and that's where Central will have it. But you take situations, and playmakers make plays when it's most important. Parks steps back, has lots of time, so give that offensive line credit. They give Parks lots of time, and he just throws a perfect strike down the field, and Godwin goes up at the highest point he can get it. Brings it down, steps over his man, is gone.
And you make a great point. It was plenty of time from the offensive line, and a great throw by Tez Parks. And he has a lot of confidence in Terry Godwin, and that shows you why right there with that catch.
All right, so here comes Central, and of course they're smarting after that one, so they're going to be looking to try to put some points on the board too. Their quarterback's going to go to center, puts a man in motion this far side, hand the ball off the line. Man, we hit him hard after a game of about 2.
I believe that's Brian Slazea from his middle linebacker, and it's certainly good to have him back. And those back passes don't seem to be hurting him too bad right now. He filled that hole that time, Jack.
If I'm that fullback who Jalen Terry's a big old boy, but he felt that one as well.
That's a pretty good collision in the hole. But when you look up, Central gains 4 yards on first down. Let's give them credit.
2nd down now. They'll split twins to this near side. Single back in the backfield, have a wing to this near side as well, so it basically becomes trips. He'll turn around, reverse out, they go off tackle, and they're going to lose yardage on that one as we just collapse all over that ball.
Good penetration that time by number 20, Lorenzo Patterson, from his defensive tackle position. Held the play to about a 1-yard gain. Lorenzo's done a great job over the past 3 weeks. He was pretty much unblockable at Chapel Hill last week, and he beat his man off the block that time.
They gave him a lot more upfield motion than I thought. I thought he'd lost about 2 on that one. They're going to have him 3rd down right at the 40, so 3rd and 5 right from right there. They'll break huddle, come back to the line of scrimmage, twins to that far side, man step wide to this near side, and number 6, Demarius Owensby. We talked about him in the pregame. Single back in the backfield. Quarterback going to back up to pass, looks, pumps once, goes to his right, going to throw a quick out, and he's going to be tackled immediately. So that's going to bring up 4th down for Central.
Going to be about 3 yards short. Jack, let's see what Central decides to do here. I would think they would punt. I wouldn't think they would go for this deep in their own territory, but now because it's 4th down and about 4, so let's see.
Now here comes a
punt team. The quarterback is the punter too, Jack. So Callaway will have to be watching for a fake here possibly. So, but again, good defense by the Cavaliers if they can field this punt and get the ball back.
Looking for a little better field position. Of course, now you stuck back in the back. You get a 90-yard touchdown. So let's see what happens here.
And they had a big punt last time. He really hit a good one. And that's a low line drive. if Godwin can field that, which he does on about the 15.
And he's going to dodge one guy, and they have good coverage. He's going to get up around the 24-yard line, though, so a nice little run back for him, and that's where the Cavalier team will take it 1st and 10.
Good job by Terry Godwin to field that ball on the hop. That's one thing that kind of goes unnoticed, Jack. He probably saved his team maybe 15 yards of field position right there if he lets that ball go. And so gives them a little bit of breathing room. Better first down on the 24 than first down on the 4.
Well, and he's grown up a lot. Because I can remember a couple of years ago, there was a ball that was bounced around like that. There's 6 guys around him. He picked it up. He tried to run up.
Experience. And, as a playmaker, he thinks he can make a play anywhere.
Playmakers make plays.
That's right.
Parks will go under center. He'll have an I formation behind him. Man's foot wide left and right. Checks his line. Back under center. Takes the snap. Going to fake it. Turn up field, and he's got it on his own at the 30. Still on his feet. Across the 40. Ball's on the ground. Again. And just
went out of bounds.
Yep. Woo.
Well, he took a big hit from the side that time. Number 11, Central Carroll. Tez never saw him, but he's got to tuck that ball. Ball security is going to be big for the Cavaliers because looks like it's going to be a physical game with Central, and they're really putting a hat on the ball, Jack.
That was the old loaf of bread carry right there, the way he had that ball. Ralston Culpepper will be in the backfield again. It'll be a slot to the far side. Parks will take the snap, back up, hand it off to Culpepper. Great hold in the middle, across the 50. Still on his feet to the 45, finding his way to the 40, down at the 37-yard line.
What a great run by Eddie Culpepper off the right side. He went in behind number 56, Courtney Lay, and Brandon right guard, and Jalen Allen at tight end, number 9. Really a big hole, and Eddie continues to get better and better each week from his tailback position.
That 90-yard strike has really given some confidence to these Cavaliers as we have a flag on the play. We may not have been set before we snapped that ball.
I'm not sure who this is going to go against. It came from the referee. A delay of game?
We're running a hurry-up offense. How do you have a delay of game on hurry-up offense?
Anyway, that's going to cost the Cavaliers 5 yards. I'm not sure about that call. I'm sure Coach Wiggins will get an explanation on that one.
I think that we Swearinger here tonight.
So that backs the Cavaliers up. Going to bring up first down at 15.
The head of Georgia High School Association was here last night for the Troop High School ball game, and the officials were right on top of everything last night. So hopefully they'll do that same great job tonight. Parks will hand the ball off to Rosser. Rosser fights across to the 40. We're looking at the 1st and 15, so now 2nd down and 13 as he picks up about 2.
Short gain that time over the right side behind, again, right tackle Courtney Lay and right guard Brandon Sutton. Offensive line, again, Harley Tabor on the left side, left tackle, and number 57, Devin Powell, and Stephen Curtis at the center. So holding their own so far against a stout Central Carroll defensive line.
6-0 is your score. Callaway leading this one with 4:39 left to go in the first quarter of play. Parks will go back under center. Takes the snap, backs up one step, he's going to throw it complete out in the flats. He turns upfield.
Godwin again.
And he's going to get close to the first down. Let's see what they mark it. But tell you what, credit Parks, who was hit immediately after he released the ball.
Looks like he's going to be about a yard shy, Jack. Cavaliers in a hurry up.
And they were looking to kind of tire out that Central defense. Here we go. Parks will go back under center. High formation behind him. They're going to jump off sides.
I believe that's going to give the Cavaliers a first down. Yeah, we're going to have an offsides against Central. Good job by Tez Parks to go on the hard count, drew off the defensive tackle, and gives the Cavaliers another fresh set of downs.
All right, so you hear the Callaway faithful out there. They got those shakers. In fact, the Parks family, I think, has about 6 of them down there. They're all shaking.
Yeah.
They got a milk jug. They got a gas can.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Cynthia down there leading the cheers, too. So, pulling for her son, and I don't blame her. Tez, he's done a great job. He really has.
Ricky Parks, another guy. He's a great fellow. Love him to death. Tez will go back under center. Back up. Hand the ball to Culpepper, who's going to get hit hard at the line of scrimmage. He's going to maybe lose a yard. 2nd down and 11.
Good penetration that time by the entire defensive line of Central Carroll. They beat the Cavaliers across the line of scrimmage and kept Devon Rosser from getting going, any momentum going forward, and he actually lost a yard, Jack.
2nd and 11 now for the Cavaliers. They'll roll Godwin off the field. They're going to bring Lindsey. Lindsey's going to be split out and watch this near side slot to the far side. P.D. Leverett's going to be the wide out on that side. We're going to have Rosser step just to the right of the shotgun snap taking Parks. Parks just going to take and run upfield, and they don't have an answer for him. He's at the 20, 15, headed for the corner, 5, dives towards the end zone. Did he get in? They're going to say he's down at the
touchdown. Good job by the officials that time, conferring with each other to make sure they didn't step out of bounds. Another great run by Tez Parks as he showed that second gear, Jack. The Cavaliers go up by a score of 12-0. It'll be interesting to see if the Cavaliers go for 2 here, Jack.
Would be. I tell you what, I think I would go ahead and try to cap this thing off. But tell you what a great job Parks did to extend that play, aimed for the corner, knew he was going to be hit right there as he got to the pylon line, dived over just like a fully extension, just like a college football game, and picks up the touchdown.
Well, and you know, Jack, we mentioned it at the start of the game. Yes, it's early, it's 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, but the Cavaliers have a lot of weapons on offense that you really have to account for. Terry Godwin, Tez Parks, you name it. Eddie Culpepper, Devon Rosser as the Cavaliers line up for 2 here, Jack.
Parks will go from shotgun. Take it. Hand the ball to Culpepper. That's Rosser.
They got it, Jack.
Right,
they got
goes
it.
in.
Yes.
2-point conversion is good. So with 3:06 left to go.
All right, team. Let's get it lined up. We're going to run that play again.
Just like our local head coaches invest their time, effort, and passion into our local teams, LaGrange Banking Company invests time, effort, and passion into our customers. We are committed to bringing success to Troup County for our local teams and schools, as well as our customers.
That's the way to go after it. Well done, team.
LaGrange Banking Company, local, just like you. LaGrange Banking Company, member FDIC.
Holmes Pharmacy today.
The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Tony, we're back to the Callaway Cavaliers leading 14-0. You mentioned that there's so many different aspects of this offense you got to respect. One part is just Tez by himself because he's a good passer. We've seen that already. So the defense has to respect that. But he just kind of, last play, a little draw play, and runs down the field.
No doubt.
Great kick as we're going to kick
Hunter Milliman again doing a great job.
All the way down there. Actually, they're going to get a run back on this one.
Jack, he might go, Jack.
Hunter misses him. He goes for the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and Central's going to run it all the way back for a touchdown.
No flags, Jack. That's how you answer a touchdown right there. Great speed by number 2 there, Jack. You may have his name for Central Carroll, but boy, he hit that wedge up front. The Cavaliers were blocked, and that's a momentum changer right there.
DeJure Riddle was the guy that ran that all the way back for Central,
and that's about 100 yards, Jack. If it wasn't, that was real close to a touchback. But give Central credit for answering a big score with another score.
They'll bring their offensive line back over to the ball, and they'll go for the extra point. They're lining up, and of course now the Central did block one for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers looking to come and get this one. Snap, hold, kick.
It is blocked, Jack.
The Cavaliers blocked that one, so that's an important play right there.
That's an important one there. Yes, it is. I believe that's Keyshawn Freeman.
And this will be your premium right here.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm.
Saved $760.
Love this guy.
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760.
That's 760 very good reasons to call Matt Orr in LaGrange today.
Discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve, up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Matt Orr a call today, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Callaway Cavalier football.
Welcome back to Callaway Cavalier football. And a lot of action here in just the first quarter play. 2:52 left to go in the first quarter. 14-6 is your score. Callaway leading, but Central has just run one back. And now I think one of the best ways to answer that is to run one back ourselves. And we got some playmakers back there that can do it.
Yeah, number 6, Eddie Culpepper back deep, standing on about his 5, awaiting this kick. So let's see if the Cavaliers can answer with a big return of their own, Jack.
Ball rests at the 40. That's what we're kicking from. Kicker waiting for the whistle. There it is. He'll step up. There's the kick. It's a line drive kick, bounces, and picked up there at about the 7. A little trouble getting it off the ground to the 15, the 20. Looking for a seam there. Good, nice spin move to the 25. Finding our way along his 30. 35-yard line. It's a nice return, a 25-yard return for the Cavaliers.
Good job by Eddie Culpepper that time. Had a little trouble fielding the ball on the hop, but actually fielded on about the 10 and actually was able to get the ball out past the 35-yard line to about the 36 with second effort and keeping those feet moving. And so the Cavaliers have good field position to start their third drive of the evening.
Well, it is the third, but technically I guess it's the fourth since we did fumble that first one.
This is true. I stand corrected, sir.
The only stats I take is who has the ball.
There you go.
Folks, it's hard to do all this at one time. I tell you, there's a lot going on up here in the booth. Culpepper going to take the ball. Burst through the line. Wow, look at him run across the 45-yard line. He's close to a first down right there.
Got a good block on the outside by number 5, Petey Leverett, which able to extend the play, and he did pick up a first down that time as he went off the left side behind left tackle Harley Tabor and left guard Devin Powell over there, and, of course, Stephen Curtis at the center.
Just bruising yards as he makes his way up the field. Cedric Maynard, who's had a great season as well, comes in at the tailback. They're going to work on some equipment for Eddie. There's a snap and a toss out to Maynard. Maynard is going to do a great job getting to the 40, but that's probably coming back with a hold.
Yeah, they're going to get Petey Leverett either for a hold or a block in the back. Good effort that time, but he just got caught on that one. That could have went either way, but it's going to negate a big gain by Cedric Maynard. It's going back the Cavaliers up about 10 yards.
The point of the foul looks like at the 49-yard line of Callaway, so they'll mark it off from there. The ball will now rest on the 39, and Callaway will have it there for the first down.
It'll be first
20.
Yeah, about first and 20. So at least we got 4 downs to get it, Jack. Yeah. So if we can go 5 yards every time, we'll get another first down here.
Like the way you think. Callaway breaks the huddle. They're moving left to right as you look at your radio. They're leading right now 14-6 over the Lions of Central. Parks are going to center. Got a slot to the far side. I formation behind him. Go reverse on hand to Rosser. Rosser finds his head at the 50. Finding his way across the 40. And hold that ball. He picks up the first down and more down to the 38-yard line.
Again, they'll run their favorite little trap right up the middle of the field behind center Stephen Curtis, left guard Devin Powell, and right guard Brandon Sutton. And they get big yardage at first down from Little Ross, as Pete likes to call it.
Maynard staying at the tailback position. Ross will stay in front of him, behind Parks. Parks back under center. Parks reverses out. Going to hand to Maynard. Maynard going to pick up his yardage now at the 30. Goes to the far side. Hit hard at the 25. But maintains his the ball and picks up another first down for Callaway.
A lot of open running room up there on the left side. Again, can't say enough about the offensive line, Jack. They're blowing gaping holes in that central defense. Harley Tabor from his left tackle, 57. Devin Powell, center Stephen Curtis. Right guard Brandon Sutton, right tackle Courtney Lay, and senior tight end Jalen Allen doing a great job of opening up holes for Maynard and Culpepper.
Also, when we're running this offense, Parks able to stay under center, doesn't have to worry about that shotgun snap we've had some problems with. Hand the ball off to the tailback, going to get another yard or so. Brings up second down. Actually, they're going to mark him with just back to the line of scrimmage. They're going back to that, being able to be under center. You're used to that exchange. That feels good. If you're a young center, you know where the quarterback's hands are. You can put the ball there. But going back to that shotgun, if you're not used to it, we've had a lot of low snaps so far. So,
well, we mentioned a new center also with Stephen Curtis in for Josh Williams. So, a little change there. But you're right. But Central did a good job that time holding that play to no gain. Bring up second down and 10, Jack.
Parks will now go back to shotgun. Slot to the far side. Takes it. He's just going to run upfield. Looking for a seam. Goes to the corner to the 20. Down to the 15. Down to the 12-yard line.
That's going to be a first down, I believe, Jack. And he punished number 7 at the end of that run, Jack. He put his head down. And for those of you that have never stood beside Tez is probably a hard 185, 190. Yeah. Very powerful young man from the waist down. And he put that shoulder down and drove over number 7 for Central to pick up another Cavalier first down.
You and I talked about that a little bit off the air in the pregame, that sometimes you can just see what an athlete is by just the way a young man stands. And we're going to get the ball to Rosser. Fights down inside the 10-yard line. But you just tell the way Parks carries himself on the field that he's an athlete.
Good gain on first down that time by Devon Ross. It didn't look like much, but when you look up now, picked up about almost 4 yards. Going to mark it down on about the 10. So the Cavaliers can get a first down on this drive, Jack, just inside the 4.
Rosser and Maynard. That's Culpepper back in to tailback. And they're going to fake the handoff. Park's going to keep it. fights his way down inside the 5 to the 3.
And he's going to be real close to a first down, Jack. He broke an arm tackle right there, just simply drove through it, and that's going to be the final play of the first quarter.
And we're going to have first and
like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
Agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football.
What these newfangled lights here throwing everybody off in the booth.
It's Halloween. It's Halloween. We got ghosts in the booth up here, Jack.
The ghost of Callaway Stadium.
Lights are going in and out.
Callaway will break the huddle on the sideline, head back down. They're looking at first and goal from the 3-yard line. Parks a little last-minute instructions from Coach Pete Wiggins, and now he'll make his way out of the field. Slot to this near side with Petey Leverett and Terry Godwin. But I'm going to bet it's going to be either Ross or Parks is going to walk this thing in.
Well, so far the Cavaliers have really been able to handle the line of scrimmage, and there's no reason to think that it'll change down here as they have first and goal on the 3-yard line. Just get in behind that old line and push it in.
High formation behind Parks. Parks hard off for Rosser. Rosser going to fight his way down inside the 1. And they're going to stop him. He doesn't get in the end zone on that play.
Had good penetration that time by number 49 for Central Carroll. He met Rosser and didn't in the hole. Didn't let him get up a lot of momentum. Looks like they're going to mark the ball on about the 2, Jack, and be second and goal.
11:41 left to go in this first half play. 14-6 your score. Callaway threatening right now with the ball second and goal from, as Tony said, in the 2. Appreciate you joining us here on 96.9 and 1240. Also, those of you listening on the World Wide Web at eagle123.com. And even if you're over at Perry, Georgia, we'd like that you're listening to us tonight.
Jack, Keyshawn Freeman checked in at his tight end position right here. He's on line up on the left side. Maybe he might look for a little jump pass here.
Parks will be under center. Takes this now. Reverses out. He's going to run a bootleg around the left side. He's going to run untouched. Beautiful play call.
What a great call by head offensive coordinator Matt Napier. What a beautiful bootleg. Looked like Peyton Manning last week on Monday Night Football, didn't he? Really sucked the defensive end down and got a good block on the outside again from Petey Leverett, and he walked in untouched. Put the Cavaliers up 20-6, and it looks like they're going to go for 2 again, Jack.
Well, probably, you said it there, too. If you're a defensive coordinator, you look over there and you see that you got a kid like Keyshawn Freeman coming. You get your hackles up. You're thinking that something like a jump pass might be coming. But then we've run that trap play so well.
Great job.
That he's just able to reverse it.
You're exactly right,
if you remember, early on we talked about that.
That's
He
right.
carries that fake out, and he did that time. Keller's going to throw a pass, and it's going to be actually very uncharacteristic. Kind of sails out of the hands of Parks.
Yeah, I believe that was slip, Jack. He had number 6, Eddie Culpepper, open out there in the flat. He just missed him. But good drive by the Cavaliers as they answer that kickoff return.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down? People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through. Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's 2 guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's 2 dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose. Let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp about a car loan that could save you hundreds.
In LaGrange at 706-882-9324 and put the life back in life insurance.
Now back to more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back, and we're going to kick the ball off. Another nice line drive kick, angling towards the sideline, taken at the 11-yard line. They'll bring it up from there to the 20, And good blocking again by them. He'll get to the 50, cut back across the field, and finally be brought down. But to tell you what, special teams at the kickoff will need some work.
Jack, we talked about in the pregame. Cavaliers have struggled all year with the kicking game, and it's reared its ugly head again on that play as Central almost broke it for another long touchdown run. So, and on extra points, they've had a little trouble with those too. So, some work to do for the Cavaliers. Now, hopefully the defense can maybe get a turnover here, keep them out of the end zone, and maybe get that ball back and get some more points.
Well, Central's got some good folks on their
got a lot of speed,
side.
A lot of speed,
and we can't give them good field position like this and not expect to eventually then try to punch it in. 20-6 is your score. 10:57 left to go in this first half of play. They're going to go back to the I with a wing to this near side. Quarterback under center. Reverses out. Hands the ball to the tailback. Trying to find something. He is just, no, it was a fake. I bit all over it. The Cavaliers don't. Interception down at the 10.
That's number 12, Dante Lindsay.
He's fighting his way back upfield. A hold. Looks like some kind of call against us, I think, down there.
But I believe the ball's going to belong to the Cavaliers. Yep. It may be a hold or a block in the back after the interception. So we'll see.
It is an interception, though, as you said. Wow, I tell you what, I've been all over the fake, and I think the Cavaliers did because 3 guys were on them, but the quarterback had the ball, and he throws a pass downfield. But great coverage by our guys. Had 2 men there.
I thought he was trying to throw it away, to be honest with you, Jack, and he simply left it up for Dante Lindsay. But the Cavaliers going to have a long way to go. Going to be marked on the 5-yard line, so got to take care of that ball down here in their own territory, Jack.
Well, the last time they were in a situation like this, they just threw a 90-yard pass and scored a touchdown.
Well, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ain't that what you tell us, Jack?
I like it.
I'd like to see about a 15-play, 10-minute, 44-second drive for a touchdown, Jack.
Let's think about this for a second, Tony. 8 plays is about all that Central has run because of the defense of the Cavaliers tonight. Snap, and Parks is going to take it, hand the ball off the line. Great spin move by Eddie Culpepper. Fights his way up to the 10-yard line. So get a little breathing room back there.
He's running a little bit like our college football fans remember Eddie Lacy, number 42 from the University of Alabama, called him Circle Button.
Yep.
Because of his what do you call that game, Jay?
Video games.
Yeah, those things. Yeah, called him Circle Button because that's the button you mash to the spin move in video games. So we'll call him Eddie until he
PlayStation 3.
PlayStation. That's what I'm trying to think of, Jay.
Back to the eye. It's going to be Rosser. Wow, what a seam at the 20. Fights his way up to the 30-yard line. A huge run by Devon Rosser.
Boy, they're really gashing the Central defensive line right now. And Jack, maybe that all this time spent on the field in the first half is catching up with those big linemen up front. A gaping hole as they run their favorite little trap right up the middle. Stephen Curtis, Devin Powell, Brandon Sutton doing a great job in the middle of that line. And Devon Rosser hit it big for 20 yards. Gives the Cavaliers a little room to breathe now.
This drive started from the 7-yard line. Have the ball now at the 29-yard line. I formation behind Parks. Going to run the option. Nice pitch. What great pitch relationship by Culpepper. Who's going to fight to the 35, still on his feet. Gets to the 36-yard line.
That's another evolution of Tez Parks right there, Jack. You remember early in the year the pitch was a little bit iffy when running the option, but now that's another part of the arsenal that Tez brings to the game. He runs it a lot to his right since he is right-handed.
Often he would not pitch the ball.
Right.
He would just turn upfield.
And another thing, he's getting everybody involved, Jack. Not they can't key on one particular person.
Right.
So, a good job by Tez to run the entire package.
Godwin will split out to this near side. He'll have Nick Woodyard to his inside. I formation behind Parks. Parks reverses out, hands the ball to Culpepper. They got a good rush on us that time. We're going to be tackled in the backfield. He gets back up to the line of scrimmage. That brings up 3rd down.
Good penetration that time by Central Carroll, number 5 there, as he hit Eddie in the backfield and held him to no gain. So big 3rd down and 5 here for the Cavaliers on their own 35.
8:57 left to go in this first half of play. 20-6. Your score, Callaway leading this one. 2 missed extra points, but we did get a 2-point conversion earlier to make that 20. Parks going to step one time, jump pass, tries to get to Godwin, just out of his reach.
Boy, had him open and just threw it a little high right there. That Terry would have had to get first down, but Tess threw it just a little bit high, and I'm sure they'll come back to that play later on because it was open, Jack.
Chase Freeman will step on the field to punt the ball away. This is the first punt for the Cavaliers tonight. But hey, just think about it. We stopped them when they had good field position, took the ball from the 7, got some breathing room up to the 35-yard line, and then we're looking for some field position after Chase's punt here.
Now we got to be able to get a good snap, get a good punt, get good coverage, and play defense again.
There's a snap. Nice one. He takes it. No rush. Gets the kickoff.
Nice high punt. Hopefully it'll take a Cavalier bounce. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
A 15-yard bounce.
Took a tough break that time for the Cavaliers.
Chase very upset on that one. But again, the ball hit down almost at the 40 and then bounced 15 yards back to the 45.
Yeah. Chase had a little trouble getting the ball to turn over this year. It gets a lot of height on his punts, but just can't seem to get it to turn over.
He's kicking his bless his heart. He's kicking himself on the sideline over there, and coach is going over there to kind of bring him back up.
It's a good field position for Central Carroll as they start this drive, actually inside Callaway territory, Jack.
Here they come back on the field. Ball rests now on the 46-yard line. Put a man in motion to the far side. Run the option. Quarterback going to keep it, turn upfield, get to the 40. They'll bring up second down from there.
Good gain on first down that time. Quarterback long ran the option to his left side. Faked in there to the dive man, kept it, went around in, picked up a big 6 yards for bring up second down and 4 for Central Carroll.
Cavaliers will have their 4-man front, going to walk up their outside linebackers. They get almost a 6-man front, looking for the run for sure. And we're going to eat that up as they come right off tackle. He does not get the first down. Brings up third down and about 2.
Number 10, Keyshawn Freeman from his linebacker position stepped in and filled that hole. And they actually maybe picked up 1 yard. So that's going to bring up, like you said, Jack, third down and 2. So, Jack, I wonder here if this is 4-down territory anyway for Central.
If I'm Central, it is. I'm looking at only 7 minutes left to go in the first half. I'm down by 2 touchdowns. I need to get some points. And, they've struggled to stop Callaway. They've only stopped it really one time. Callaway stopped themselves with a fumble earlier. Man, they got a too tight. Got a single back in the backfield. Put a man in motion. Quarterback going to step up. He's going to get the first down across the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, he simply followed his tailback in the same hole there, Jack, and got out across the 35-yard line. That might be Central's first down tonight, Jack.
I think you're exactly right.
7:18 to go here in the second quarter, and that's their first down.
I think
first down.
They've run more plays, I think, so far in this particular drive than they have in the whole ball game.
And I tell you who the happiest people in the stadium are is their defense.
Yeah. They say, okay, we can rest for one more.
No doubt.
Have that Gatorade one more time.
No doubt.
Central Band has left the sidelines over there. They're getting ready back in the end zone, and the Callaway Band getting ready as well. They run the option back down this line. And, boy, I tell you what, we step in and take the quarterback and the running back at the same time.
What a play by number 11, Dre Martin, as he simply submarined in there and took out the running back and the quarterback at the same time. Actually threw the play for about a half a yard loss. Great penetration that time by number 11, Dre Martin.
That was Jalen Terry, the big fullback. He was trying to take the ball, but you just grab everybody and just sort them out till you find somebody with a ball.
Tackle the opposite colored jersey.
Exactly. Hit somebody that ain't you.
That's right.
So second down and 11 now after a loss on that play. They'll split 2 men wide to the far side. Terry will beat the lone back in the backfield behind the quarterback. He'll take the ball, reverse out. He'll hand the ball off to Terry, who's going to pick some yardage up at the 30. He'll should be short of a first down, brings up third.
Good job that time by number 2 for the Cavaliers from his free safety. That's Ed Daniel. Almost overran the play as the running back turned up the field and picked up about 8 yards. He's going to bring up a big third down and about 4 here, Jay.
20-6 your score, 5:58 left to go. The first half of play, Cavaliers leading this one. They'll bring in the play from the far side. They'll go into huddle. And I tell you what, we don't actually see a huddle a whole lot in a lot of high school football this year, a lot of hurry-up offenses. Back to the line of scrimmage is the quarterback Long. They'll have a single back behind him. Motion from the far side. Long will keep it, turn upfield, pick up the first down, and he's going to be hit pretty hard after that. So he picks up the first down, but pays for it as they push him down back to the 25, but he got up to about the 22 for the first down.
Central's found something, Jack, that works for him. It's the little quarterback read option to the right and to the left, and so far quarterback Long has done a good job of making the right read, and he's been able to pick up most of the yardage on this drive for him.
Quarterback Long will break his huddle, make his way back to the line of scrimmage. Tight splits for them, almost foot to foot. He's going to put a man in motion and runs down the line. And he's going to pitch the ball
on the ground, Jack.
The pitch. Did we get it?
No, it looks like Central might have got back on it.
Really close. As
good job that time by number 19, Nooney Anderson from his defensive end position. Also number 16, Aaron Clausell, as they forced a bad pitch to the left side, and Cavaliers almost fell on that football.
A loss on the play brings up second down, and we'll call it 12. They break the huddle and Make their way back up to the line of scrimmage. Just split a man wide to this near side. We'll put Jet Snellings out there on him. Put a man, actually, it looks like he's in motion from the far side. The reverse out goal on that other side. And they're going to try to hand it to that fullback. And he's going to be hit pretty hard. Terry hits it pretty hard at the original line of scrimmage. Game about 3, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9.
Good job that time again by the defensive end on that side, number 16, Aaron Clausell. Good penetration also over there by number 14, Deion Smith, as they caught the running back around his ankles and dropped him for no gain. Brings up 3rd down and about, what's that, Jack, 9, 10 yards?
About 9 yards. Mm-hmm.
Ball marked on the Callaway 22-yard line.
Long comes in from the sideline with the play for his team. Davenport has not been as much of a factor these last few plays. They're going to split him wide to this near side in a slot. They'll have Terry, the fullback, behind the quarterback, the man in motion. They'll try that read option. Quarterback's not going to be able to do anything with that as we're all over him.
Boy, that's almost like they were settling for a field goal here, Jack, trying to get the ball to the middle of the field. But they may be out of field goal range. That's going to bring up 4th down, and looks like Central may give it a shot. They really have nothing to lose here.
No, it's 4-down territory for them for sure.
They may take a timeout to talk it over, Jack. We'll see what they do.
I just can't see. They're going to sit out a kicking team.
They're going to send out some kind of kicking team. So if I'm the Cavaliers here, I'm going to be real careful watching for the fake. So this is going to be about almost a 40-yard field goal.
They're going to set up, looks like on the 28? About the 29-yard line.
Yeah, ball's going to be put down about the 29. You're right.
39-yard attempt.
Yes.
Timeout call on the field. I think you're exactly right.
For over 50 years, Holmes Pharmacy has been a part of your life and your neighbor. And through all those years, it's still locally owned and operated. Holmes Pharmacy on Commerce Avenue has a drive-through window and has always had the time to talk to you one-on-one. We're ready for you to join our family at Holmes Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather. If you're tired of the large box stores and are looking for fast personal service, come by today in Hamilton or LaGrange at 136 Commerce Avenue. Holmes Pharmacy, where we take care of you one prescription at a time.
When you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com. Or when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com.
We can help you win, too. LaGrange Banking Company. Local. Just like you. LaGrange Banking Company. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Callaway Cavalier football.
4th down. They're going for it. Put a man in motion back to the far side. Quarterback's going to back up the pass. He sends Twins out towards the end zone. We're going to hit him. He bounces off. We got him again, and we're going to get him down at the 32-yard line.
What Great pressure. Job. What pressure. Coach Hubbard fired up on the sidelines. Coach Scherer dancing their dance down there. You take number 14, Deion Smith. Number 52, Justice Perkins. Number 10, that's Keyshawn Freeman. Number 19, Nooney Anderson. What great pressure from that front four as they turn away a scoring opportunity for Callaway.
Skipping on the sideline. Scherer.
I didn't know Scherer had those kind of moves. Did you?
He's jumping up and skipping up and down the sideline after that great job of the defense.
Great pressure that time. And also, let's talk about great coverage in the secondary that time, Jack. There was nobody open, nowhere to throw the football.
So Callaway with the ball again.
Defensive back's favorite friend.
Yeah, exactly right.
Pressure from the line.
Parks will back up the pass. Dodges one guy, steps up. We're going to get a hold call against us as he's going to step out of bounds on the far side. We're going to lose yardage at double time this time.
That flag came from the umpire, so we got a hold on. Looks like maybe one of the interior linemen for Callaway.
We may have got a little bit too fired up after that last play. As we're going to run a pass play. I think we're going to try to go for the jugular there. And Tez had a man right in his face, had to dodge him, step to the right side, and they continue to pursue. And anytime you have to be flushed out of the pocket, there's a likelihood of somebody's going to cross your face, and you're going to grab hold of them in a way you shouldn't.
Well, that's going to back the Cavaliers up at least 10. So we'll see what you might look for that little safe trap up the middle of the field. It's worked no good for them so far.
2:53. Let's turn some yards and get us into halftime. A couple of quick scores for you. This is from George back to the station. Appreciate him getting this to us. Hurd County. They got an early 14-0 lead over Manchester in that ball game. LaGrange right now trailing Alexander earlier in that one 6-0.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
Is that early?
That's early. Well, we're here in the first half.
But, Alexander came down here, and the Troop Tigers really took it to him, and so I'm surprised at that score.
They've gotten better as the season's gone on. We go to the trap play. Culpepper hit hard at the line, but he's going to step out and pick up some good yardage. Brings up second now. Still got a long way to go for a first.
2:40 to go in the second quarter until halftime, and it looks like Central Carrollton has all 3 timeouts. And I think if the Cavaliers are not able to gain good yardage on this one, you may see Central burn one of their timeouts, Jack, to see if they can get a little time, save a little time on the clock.
Well, they'd like to get a chance to get their hands on the ball again because they'd like more than 6 going into halftime. We'll split 2 to this near side. Godwell will be the wide out to this near side. I formation behind the quarterback, Parks. Parks with a long snap count. Takes it, steps back, hands the ball off to Rosser. The step left, then back right. And they're going to read that pretty well. Is it a fumble play? Oh, that was a fumble. That was a marker. And it's going to be Central ball.
Well, let's see, Jack. No, it is Central, but my goodness, we didn't need that. Boy, we didn't need that fumble right there, Jack.
They hit him and spun him. And I think he lost the ball as he was kind of going back around. Again, it's an effort fumble, if nothing else.
It is.
They're trying too hard to pick up that extra yardage.
You got to have that ball security, Jack. Jack, I noticed it looks like the Cavaliers have some opportunities on the outside right there. Big cushions by the defensive backs on the Callaway wide receivers, on the slot and the wide receivers. So look for the Cavaliers to come back to that maybe later on. But a big 2 minutes here now, Jack, with the Cavaliers leading 20-6. Big 2 minutes before halftime was Central has 1st and 10 on the Callaway 29.
So here comes Central. 2 turnovers so far for the Cavaliers tonight. They put a man in motion. Coming back to this near side. We're going to trail them pretty well. He's going to get to the corner, though, to the 30. Wow, my goodness gracious. Hi, let me introduce you
to Terry Godwin. Not only does he play offense, but he plays a little bit of defense, too, folks. A lot of teams around the South are recruiting Terry to be a defensive back because of his ball skills. Yep. But that'll get him playing time right there with that big hit. So with the clock running, Central doesn't seem to be in any hurry to stop it. So they still have 3 timeouts, 1:30 to go here until halftime.
So after the fumble, Callaway defense back on the field. We're walking 6 men up to the line of scrimmage, expecting nothing but a run. They put a man in motion. They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback going around that far side. He picks up a good yardage down to the 10-yard line, looks like.
Boy, they really sealed the defensive end on that side, and the Cavaliers just had nobody on that side to turn that play in. Not sure who that was over there, but the Central Carroll did a good job of sealing that corner over there and really picked up big yardage. So now they're really set. First down and 10, just outside the 10, Jack.
They'll wind the clock. Back to the line of scrimmage. Put a man in motion. Hand the ball quickly to that wing coming around this near side. He's going to get to the corner, trying to get to the corner. We hit him once. Another guy's going to get him down at the 8-yard line. And
Terry Godwin did a good job of forcing that play in, and Bronze Zalea from his middle linebacker got out. And Central's going to take a timeout.
They finally take that timeout.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
Contact State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp, there to help you with unexpected savings.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
It's now on the 9-yard line, second down, but we're really concerned about whether they're going to try to put this ball in the end zone or not. We've had so many guys, I think, right there in the box, Tony, that I think we've let the ends kind of go a little bit. They're going to run that option right off tackle this time, and we're going to stretch it out. We're going to have to. He fights down to the 5.
That's the big tailback there, number 28.
Yeah.
But while he's running, that clock's running too, Jack. And Central still has 2 timeouts. Not sure why they're not using one here.
I will be calling one for sure right here. Clock ticks 43-42. They're back to the line of scrimmage.
They can get a first down, Jack, just inside the 2.
They're going to go off this near side. Quarterback is going to fake it, take a step back into the left side, and he goes in for the score.
No, they're going to mark him down, Jack. They're going to mark him short, Jack.
Got one official with his hands in the air.
I don't know why the clock is stopped, Jack. If he's got him short, then the clock
should be running.
Clock should be running.
The referee's going to talk about this because they had the line judge on this near side called for a touchdown, and they're going to give it to him.
So now they're signaling touchdown. Not sure. The official on the far side, Jack, had it spotted short, so now they're signaling touchdown.
So they'll roll them off. Move the ball back to the middle of the field.
But again, Jack, that was a result of a turnover down there, and the Cavaliers going to have to do a better job of ball security in the second half because Central's only score has been a long kickoff return, and then as a result of a turnover right there. So
deep inside our own territory there.
Good job by Central to take advantage of that opportunity, though. Take advantage of those opportunities that they give you.
Now they're set to attempt a PAT. Snap. Hold. Kick is up, and we're going to jump off sides before the play. Goes through. Let's see how they sort this out.
If the kick was good, they'll probably decline that penalty.
I would guess so.
Unless they want to line up and go for two. Now, we'll see what they do here, Jack.
They're back on the field, so the defense has to roll back on. So it looks like they're going to take it.
Was that a dead ball penalty, Jack? If it was good, why would you attempt it again?
Well, the whistle blew before the play. So
okay, all right, that's what. Okay.
But it's cool, coach. The kicker just carrying it off, and just you want to make sure because you never know what's going to happen there. So they're going to kick it again, a little closer this time. Of course, that does give the Cavaliers a chance to come in.
That's true.
To stop it.
Never take points off the board, Jack.
I'm with you. Wait for the snap. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's good again. So now with 30 seconds left to go, 20-12 is your score.
And this will be your premium right here.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm.
Saved $760. Love this guy.
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760.
That's 760 very good reasons to call Matt Orr in LaGrange today.
They're going to continue to play, and now they've cut it to a one-touchdown lead. So the Cavaliers with about 30 seconds to go, we'll see what they do. I would imagine, Jack, depending on the field position they get after this kickoff, will determine whether they're going to. They still have two timeouts.
Yep.
If they can get out around midfield, you may see them take a couple of shots downfield. If they get pinned up in their own territory, you may see them just sit on the ball and go in with a 20-13 lead.
Guys are back at the station being a little silly here. I sent me a text saying, "Oh, by the way, it's 20-6 Callaway," but now I'm sending text back. No, it's 20-13 Callaway.
There you go. They keep us on our toes back there. They make us sound good, though, don't they, Jack?
I sure appreciate it because it's not natural talent.
No doubt.
We're going to kick the ball off to us again. The ball just rests on the ground. High pooch kick going to the corner, taking it to 20. We'll cut up from there and spin us down there at the 27-yard line, about 28-yard line. Clock will stop with 25 seconds. And we may take an E. We may try to punch it in. Who knows?
Well, with this field position, Jack, I would maybe think the Cavaliers may try to maybe something safe, that little quick trap. Of course, Roster's had a little trouble hanging on to the football tonight, so you may have seen him put the ball in quarterback Parch's hands, see what he can do with it, and see what kind of field position he can give them with two timeouts left. If he can break a big run here, maybe get out near midfield and give us some opportunities to score here right before the half.
We've seen him do more with less time.
Yes, we have.
And they're going to split everybody out.
Well, you got single coverage out there with Godwin on the defensive back, so let's see if they take advantage of that.
Twins left and right. They only have a three-man rush on Parks. Parks, though, going to run a screen in the middle of the field to Rosser.
Oh, my goodness. Rosser's still on his feet.
So we run just a screen in the middle of the field.
Really had that set up well. We missed a block out front of that play that we had an opportunity to make a big block. Just didn't quite get it done. But it looks like the Cavaliers are going to let the clock run out, and we'll go into halftime.
Well, since Greg is over in Perry, Georgia, we won't have Coach Wiggins here going into halftime. But we know that he's going to be a little frustrated with some of the events here late in the second quarter. We'll talk more about that when we come back, and we'll hear from
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
For over 50 years, Holmes Pharmacy has been a part of your life and your neighbor, and through all those years, it's still locally owned and operated. Holmes Pharmacy on Commerce Avenue has a drive-through window and has always had the time to talk to you one-on-one. We're ready for you to join our family at Holmes Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Peggy Prather. If you're tired of the large box stores and are looking for fast personal service, come by today in Hamilton or LaGrange at 136 Commerce Avenue. Holmes Pharmacy, where we take care of you one prescription at a time.
Support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. We're at halftime, and Eric Wood's giving us a hard time up here in the booth, and we thought we were doing a good job. But remember, all the administrators there from wow, there's the band from Central. We left out Robert Lynn, so we want to make sure that we remember him. I got some highlights for you just a little bit. We'll get those for you in just a few minutes. But right now, the band there from Central's on the field, and I just want you to take a moment and listen to this first song because they're going to do some amazing job here. Tremendous job by that Central band right there, and a group of Michael Jackson songs. And Tony, they got a bunch of folks out there.
That's pretty impressive when you count the flag corps, when you see band members, the Mr. and Miss Potato Head, and the whole crew out there. How many members is that, Jack? Is that 100? Is that 150?
That's about 200 folks on the field right there.
Is that many?
Yeah, for real. When you start thinking about your flag corps, they got the rifle corps out there now, and you got another group of flags that are on the far side.
Okay, yeah.
In a minute. Just the drum line is 15 kids.
Well, and it took a tractor trailer, 18-wheeler, to bring in all these xylophones and whatever you call these other musical instruments over here. So. And
golf cart on the far
golf
side.
cart, yeah, the golf cart's over there. So.
Behind the red door.
There you go.
All kinds
the
of
red
things happening. But it is a tremendous job by this band. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll give you some highlights from the first half of plays. The Callaway Cowboys leading this one 20-13 here at halftime. You're listening to Callaway Cowboy Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Proven leadership is a must to keep LaGrange strong, and we have the opportunity to elect a mayor that will work for all of LaGrange. That's Jim Thornton. He knows what needs work and what already works. Jim Thornton is ready to listen to you and work hard to keep LaGrange strong. So vote Jim Thornton, Mayor, November 5th.
Hello, I am Jim Thornton, and if you want to know more about me and my campaign for mayor, please go to jimthornton.org and like me on Facebook. And please remember to vote November 5th.
Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
Kia. Hi friends, Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive the Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available either a 4-door sedan or a sporty 5-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Callaway Cavalier football.
My goodness gracious. I'll tell you what now. I watched a lot of halftime shows.
I'm at a loss, Jack. I don't know what to say.
We just saw them just make this big amorphous blob, and then sorry, that's one of them. I got one of those SAT Word of the Week calendars. But they were just kind of a mess on the field, and then to a precise place at a certain time in the song. And
little Hawaii 5-0 action.
Oh, man, you love those horns on that thing?
Yeah.
Golly. What's neat for us, we're behind the glass here up in the booth, and it's hard to hear a lot of the band, but it's coming through with no problem. When you got
we don't need to field mic tonight, do we, Jack?
Not at all. I'll tell you what, let's talk about those highlights from the first half of play. Is the Cowboys are leading right now 20-13. The Cowboys actually did not start off well as they fumbled the ball early in that ball on the third play of the game. Fumbled back in the 41. We thought, now this could be trouble. But what was great is that we were able to defense coming out and just forward out. They punted the ball. No gain at all. So the second time the Cowboys got the ball, they actually began from the 9-yard line, ran a couple of plays, but on a third down and still had about 10 yards to go. Tez Park's going to try to throw it ball way downfield. There's a snap. Again, a low snap. Park's going to air it out way down the field. 2 men there. And it's Godwin who goes up. He's still on his feet at the 40, down to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Callaway was on an amazing play.
Are you kidding me, Jack? My goodness, Jack. We mentioned him in the pregame. That's called ball skills, I believe, right there, Jack. He simply went up, caught the ball at the highest point. Good coverage by the defensive back. And so far, Jack, as we mentioned early in the game, nobody this year has had an answer for Terry Godwin. I know it's early in the first quarter, but my goodness, I believe that's the definition of ball skills. I hope our fans are watching that on the website there, Jack. That was unbelievable.
I hope they'll go back and take a look at that. If you're there watching this on the World Wide Web, it's pretty amazing, that particular strike. And what was, again, so amazing about it is again, when it takes place, it's a third down. We really just need a first down, and the coaches have enough confidence in these young men to throw the ball way downfield and expect Terry Godwin to make an athletic play.
Well, you brought up 2 good points. He had plenty of time to throw. The offensive line did a good job to give him time to drop back and let Terry get deep. and a great throw. Tez put it right on him, and he has a lot of confidence in Terry. And Terry just went up and made an unbelievable catch.
And then stepped over the defensive back and just ran down the field on it. The Central get the ball again. The defense doing a tremendous job of that first quarter. Another 4 and out. They punt the ball. We're going to get the ball at the 24-yard line. We're going to move the ball down the field across midfield, and from the 30, we're going to have another big run by Tez Parks. Of the shotgun snap taking Parks. Parks just going to take and run upfield, and they don't have an answer for him. He's at the 20, 15, headed for the corner, 5, dives towards the end zone. Did he get in? They're going to say he's down at the touchdown.
Good job by the officials that time, conferring with each other to make sure they didn't step out of bounds. Another great run by Tez Parks as he showed that second gear, Jack. The Cavaliers go up by a score of 12-0. It'll be interesting to see if the Cavaliers go for 2 here, Jack.
And they did. They went for 2 and got it right there, made it 14-0. Again, what was so beautiful is the way that Parks was able to stretch that ball. I mean, I really wish we had a sideline camera to catch that him getting totally horizontal as he dived across there, as he was able to put the ball in the end zone for the touchdown.
Before he went out of bounds, he kept his feet in bounds and was able to get the ball across the plane. But a good individual effort by him. And Jack, we got one more highlight to go to talk about, but we'll talk a little bit more about the Cavaliers' ability to move the ball in the first half. But Central really hadn't had an answer for the Cavalier offense.
Well, actually, you're exactly right, but it was they had an answer through their kicking game.
That's right.
Because we kicked the ball off to them, and then DeJour Riddle's going to run the back 100 yards. His foot was right on the end line, steps all the way. It was down the middle of the field to make it 14-6. Their extra point was actually blocked.
That's right.
Good job by the Carroll. I think Sean Freeman was blocked that one right there. So then we went into the second quarter play. We'd driven the ball all the way down from the 25. It was actually showing about the 36 of that particular drive. Drove it all the way down. That was the end of the first quarter. As we went into the second, on the first play from scrimmage from the second quarter, Tez Parks is going to do another amazing play. Takes us now, reverses out. He's going to run a bootleg around the left side. He's going to run untouched. Beautiful play call.
What a great call by head offensive coordinator Matt Napier. What a beautiful bootleg. Looked like Peyton Manning last week on Monday Night Football, didn't he? Really sucked the defensive end down and got a good block on the outside again from Petey Leverett, and he walked in untouched. Put the Cavaliers up 20-6, and it looks like they're going to go for 2 again.
They did go for 2. Unfortunately, they missed that one. Just weren't able to put the ball in the end zone. It's, again, great job by the defense continuing to fight. They make Central go 3 and out. Also, then Central, they have to punt the ball. We have to punt the ball to them. Just a tremendous job of going back and forth between the two teams. But then late in actually with about 2:30 left to go in the first half of play, Callaway has the ball, and on just a tough play, we fumble the ball, and they get the ball right there at the 29, and they drive there towards the end, and they're going to go up with another touchdown. So 2013 is our final as we are here at half.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down? People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge. Look, there's 2 guys on the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign.
No, for real, there's 2 dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose. Let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp about a car loan that could save you hundreds.
Reserve up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Matt Orr a call today, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football.
Welcome back. We're here at halftime, and the Callaway Marching Band out on the field there, and we're joined in the band booth with Brandon Brooks, the stadium voice of the Callaway Cavaliers, and he's had a lot to be excited about in this first half, but a few too many times we've had to say that a touchdown by Central.
Yes, absolutely, Jack, but you got to give our boys credit. They have held their own, a couple of critical fumbles, but other than that, really looking good. I don't think anybody would have thought that we'd be up 20-13 at the half.
Well, I think you're right. I think that everybody expected, though, this to be a pretty strong ball game. But special teams or that third component we forget about sometimes, and really that's been the difference. As they would only have the one touchdown had they not run that ball 100 yards back down the field.
Absolutely. Well, you've got to give credit to our defensive line. They have done a tremendous job sealing those gaps. Because Central Carroll has done nothing up the middle. Everything they've done has been to the outside, and got guys stepping up on our ends that hadn't called out their names often this year. But it's just a great time to be calling out those kids that most folks don't hear. But just kudos to our defensive line.
Their big the fullback Jalen Terry has realized he's not going to get anything between the tackles.
Absolutely.
And so they've gone to that read option. The quarterback will kind of tuck in behind him a little bit, but still, until they get to the corner, they're just not picking up any yardage.
Right. And the great thing is also back deep in our secondary, Wesley Long, the quarterback for Carroll, he steps back, looks for somebody downfield, and there is absolutely nothing open. So just kudos to our defense. Good job by Coach Hub and preparing and getting these guys ready.
You mentioned that secondary, of course, down here deep earlier in the end of the second half. Right before we fumbled the ball, actually, we had a great interception that was down there. Again, two guys doing a great job with coverage, and then so much pressure that was on the quarterback up from the front.
Yeah, absolutely. That interception, if and I know you guys noticed this up here in the booth, but after that interception, the only passing that Wesley did was just out in the flat, and they're not going downfield. They know that our secondary is some pretty incredible athletes. So, just good job on the defense. Tez Parks, these counters that really have thrown the Lion defense off, and it's great to be a Cavalier so far.
Early on in the ball game, Tony and I were talking about how the way that Tez plays out the fake. He'll run that little counter, and he'll continue to carry that bootleg around. In fact, that's what he did on the second touchdown, is fake that and then boot it right on the outside, untouched in the end zone.
Right. I really feel sorry for you guys having to call the play-by-play in here because, see, I get to talk about when it's over, but you guys are doing it as it's going on, and Tez is really so good at that counter. Sometimes you can't tell if he's got the ball or not, and he's really come a long way. And those two things, the counter, finishing the play out, whether it's giving the ball off or not, and also staying in the pocket, making things happen. And, hey, that was an ESPN catch by Terry Godwin down here. I mean, literally, he's covered up and steps up. That guy's just, again, we'll just give credit where credit is due, but Terry Godwin is a special young man.
You mentioned it there, and Tony had mentioned it also, that Tez has grown so much in his position as quarterback because a lot of times he would not pitch the ball. Right. He would be trying to make the play with his feet and trying to keep it in his hands. But now he's getting so many more people involved in the offense that you really don't know which way to go.
Absolutely.
Just think, you've got two, a fullback in Rosser and a tailback in Culpepper, and also we got other guys, Maynard coming in and doing a tremendous job back there. So just in your running backs, that's three folks that everybody in Tripp County would love to have in their backfield. And then you add Terry Godwin, you add P.D. Levitt, just list goes on.
Yeah, just really, we are deep when it comes to guys that can take the ball and run from the halfback and or fullback position. That Z-back and on our defense. I mean, we're just blessed with a great deal of talent. But I tell you what, and you can mark this down, Jack, that young man in number 15, Cedric Maynard, watch him because he is going to be up there with Terry Godwin. This kid is just, he looks like a monster on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But just meeting him in person, just a great, great kid. He's not super big, but when he gets the football, he is making things happen. And that's just exciting to see in our underclassmen as they're coming up and be the Callaway Cavaliers of tomorrow.
Well, we talked about a lot when Terry Guy was coming up, what he was going to be like, and we kind of placed the name playmaker on him every time he steps on the field.
Absolutely.
And he definitely lives up to that reputation. We're going to take a break. Appreciate Brendan joining us here into halftime. 20-13 is your score. Callaway leading. Let everybody get back to their regular jobs, and we'll give you a second half in just a few moments. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football, 96.9, 1240, WLAG.
Kia.
Hi friends, Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive the Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available either a 4-door sedan or a sporty 5-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you. When you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com. Or when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com.
All right, team, let's get it lined up. We're going to run that play again.
Just like our local head coaches invest their time, effort, and passion into our local teams, LaGrange Banking Company invests time, effort, and passion into our customers. We are committed to bringing success to Troup County for our local teams and schools, as well as our customers.
That's the way to go after it. Well done, team.
LaGrange Banking Company, local, just like you. LaGrange Banking Company, member FDIC.
More about me and my campaign for mayor, please go to jimthornton.org and like me on Facebook. And please remember to vote November 5th.
Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
Now back to more Callaway Cavalier football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Halftime extended just a little bit here. It's a few more minutes on the clock as the Central Band with about a 10-15-minute show there, which was worth every moment.
Yeah, that was worth the price of admission. Right? That Terry Godwin's catch, you got your money's worth.
You definitely did.
Yeah.
I'll go get you a hamburger from the concession stand. You got it.
And if the Cavaliers can hold on for another 24 minutes and pull out a big win, it'll be a big night at Callaway Stadium.
Yes, it definitely will. Again, I just can't get over that catch. And again, we mentioned it. We've talked about it several times. It's really all the aspects of the offense because Parks had plenty of time to throw the ball. He was able to look downfield, find a man, through a strike. I mean, we call it in stride, jumps up to the highest point that he possibly can with a man on it. Hey, great technique that young man was playing.
I mean, that's God-given talent right there. You can work on those things, and I mean, you can work on it, but and refine them. But either some people got it, and some people don't have it. It's just as my hero Brandon Brooks is over here hollering, "Thank you so much, appreciate it." But Tez threw that ball, Jack. He probably threw that ball 50, 55 yards in the air because I think he threw it from near the 10, and Terry caught it down here near the 40, on the other 40. So, unfortunately, you got to play two halves, and the Cavaliers have left Central in the ball game with the turnovers and the special teams plays, and it's going to be a big first 5 minutes because Central gets the ball to start the second half.
And Central's not going to lay down in this ball game, that's for sure. So we're going into the third quarter play in just a second. We're going to just keep it here. 20-13 is your score. Callaway leading, but it will be the Central Lions that will get the ball. And we're real proud of this crowd, the folks that come on in here on the Callaway side to filled in very well, enjoying this ball game across the way. Some folks that have come down 27 and enjoying being here at the ball game from Carroll County.
To challenge our Cavalier fans, but we need to do a little better job of filling up this sideline over here. We don't want to be outnumbered in our home game, by a visiting team. But Central Carroll's got a big crowd over there. That's what, Jack? 2/3 full, maybe.
Yeah,
and of course
the band's a third by themselves.
Yeah, but a lot of non-band members over there tonight, and so we need to. Let me challenge these Cavalier fans to get out here and support these kids and come see them on Friday night, because it's an exciting time, as Brandon said, to be a Cavalier.
They're going to put the band back deep at the 5-yard line. For Central's getting ready to kick the ball off.
I'm not sure who we need to kick it to, Jack. That's number 2 deep and number 1 on the other side. So maybe we should try this side, Jack.
That's not good options either. We're going to kick it. Kind of down the middle.
Goodness, right down the middle again.
Good hang time taken there from the 2-yard line, back upfield. And we're going to hit it hard.
Keyshawn Freeman. Much better coverage that time. Wow.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about on kickoff coverage right there. So you can see one adjustment made at halftime by the Cavaliers. Good job by Keyshawn Freeman.
So Keyshawn will hit him at the 14-yard line. That's where they'll have it first down. But I'll tell you what, I think he's kind of wishing that ball got a little bit farther in the end zone. He was hit hard.
That's how you get the second half started. Now it's up to the Cavaliers to get a 3 and out and get the football back to the offense.
20-13 your score. Callaway leading this one. Central with the ball. The ball rests on the 14-yard line. They'll have it there first and 10. Come back to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback's going to take it reverse out and hands the ball off to his tailback going around the right side. We're going to collapse him down after a yard gain. 2nd and 9.
Jack, Central had a lot of success in the first half on the edges. Didn't have a lot of success up the middle of the field, and they start off with an off-tackle play here. The game's only about 2, so I think you'll probably see them go off the edges again, maybe with some quarterback options and trying to get those speedy backs on the edges.
Quarterback long will break from the huddle. We'll have 2 tight ends. They'll split a man wide to the far side. Double wing set, single back to the backfield. Pull that wing out. We're going to hand the ball to the tailback. Nice hold that he had, but it collapses down on him pretty quick. Only again over 1 or 2. Brings up 3rd down.
Number 52, Justice Perkins, comes up limping there from his defensive tackle. Is going to get a sub come in for him. But Keyshawn Freeman from his linebacker position doing a good job. And good to see number 8, Bronze Zalea, back at the middle linebacker. He's done a good job for him. We missed him last week as he recovers from some back spasms. So hopefully Justice will be back in the game here. Yeah, it looks like maybe just a little twisted knee there, but he's getting loose on the sideline. He'll be back in shortly.
Like this hustle getting off the field, making sure that he's got somebody in there for him. They're going to split out twins to this near side, wing to the near side, single back to the backfield. We're going to reverse down, hand off the tailback, and that's just not where to run against the Callaway Cavaliers. We're going to get about 2 more yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll have to punt the ball away.
Interesting call there by Central as they don't get the ball to their speedy backs on the edge and try to go off tackle. And so far, the Cavaliers have done a great job. Deion Smith, number 14, from his defensive end against Zalea and Freeman from the linebacker spot. We've called those numbers a lot tonight. So if the Cavaliers can have set up a 4th down, going to force Central to punt, Cavaliers can handle it clean. They should get good field possession here, Jack.
There's the snap. Low snap. He's going to take it. Get the kickoff. Line drive taken by Godwin at the 50. He gets upfield to 45, 40, 35, 30. He could go 20, makes a cut at the 15, goes out of bounds at the 12-yard line. What a burst of speed he put on at the 50-yard line.
Jack, when that ball left the kicker's foot, they knew they were in trouble. Terry Godwin was able to catch that on the run coming forward. It was a low-line drive. And I'm sure the special team coaches at Central took a gasp when they saw that coming. And Terry returned it all the way back down inside the 15-yard line. Cavaliers with great field position. Ball's going to be marked on the Central 13-yard line.
So, man, setting up the table, putting the ball up on the tee for the Cavaliers as Parks will go under center with an I formation behind him. Onto the near side. Nice pitch to Culpepper. Culpepper going to try to get to the corner, to the 10. Tiptoes down to the 5. Looks like he's going to go down really at the 6. That's where they'll mark him.
Good gain on 1st down for the Cavaliers. Number 12, Dante Lindsay, from his wide receiver position, doing a good job of stalk blocking, and the Cavaliers hurry back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 3.
No huddle to get right back to the line of scrimmage. Culpepper and Ross are in at the tailback and fullback, respectively. Back up and hand the ball to Culpepper. Culpepper back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Brings up a 3rd down now.
Good job that time by number 37 for Central, the inside linebacker there, as he shot the gap and made a good open field tackle. Really no gain there, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 3 here, Jack.
Kyrie Thompson, a 5'9", 210-pound linebacker there, making that tackle. They'll send Parks back in from the sideline. Taking their time. Wish we had a play clock in AAA. The Quad A game, they do have two referees up here. One run the play clock, and I don't know why they don't do it in these ball games as well. High snap to Parks. Parks going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Callaway Cavaliers.
Jack, he's so hard to defend. He just takes a snap and looks for a hole, and the Cavaliers again up front. Stephen Curtis from the center, number 57. Devin Powell from his left guard, Brandon Sutton at right guard, Harley Tabor left tackle, Courtney Lay right tackle, Jalen Allen on the tight end. And so the Cavaliers come out and do what they need to do to open the second half, get a 3 and out and take it down and score. And now for the adventure, which is called the extra point.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we want to be the team that we want to be, going forward, hopefully into the playoffs, we've got to be able to get this down.
I think we missed that one, Jack.
And it's going to be wide to the left side. So 26-13 with 9:02 left to go in the third quarter play. You listen to Callaway Cavalier football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Brandon Brooks is your first step to achieving your dream of home ownership. Looking to take advantage of great mortgage rates? Contact Brandon Brooks at Statewide Mortgage by calling 706-302-7638 or visit him online at statewidemortgagega.com. That's Statewide Mortgage, and talk to Brandon Brooks at 706-302-7638 or on the web at www.statewidemortgagega.com. NMLS 1002584.
Will be just fine, Jack. Maybe we can. Keyshawn Freeman did a good job. He lines up right beside the kicker Hunter Milliman. He and Javosky Levitt, number 27. So a lot of speed on this. Kickoff coverage team. I see Tez Parks even out there on the kickoff coverage. So let's see what kind of defensive kickoff this is going to be.
A couple of scores real quick from Heard County. They're up 27-6 over Manchester. Bainbridge over Harris County 16-9 as the kickoff's going to go down and taken at the 10-yard line. A lot of hang time. And we're going to hit him, and we're going to miss him. He's going to get across the 30 to the 35, coming from behind at the 42.
Ooh, big hit by Tez Parks, but I believe that was coming back, Jack. It might be a hold against Central Carroll.
I think you're probably right. Real quick back to the scores. Alexander right now still leading LaGrange 6-0 at halftime. So that's a little bit of a surprise. LaGrange's been able to move the ball pretty well against folks, and Alexander's defense seems to be holding them pretty strong.
Well, when they played the Tigers, Troop really did a good job. Alexander came into known as a throwing team. They had those big wide receivers, and the first play from scrimmage, I remember they threw a deep ball. Troop intercepted, and they never went back to it the rest of the night. So a little bit of a surprise up there for Alexander and LaGrange. But again, they got to play 4 quarters.
It's a big game for the region as well, as LaGrange and Troop really going to be fighting out for that 3rd and 4th spot in that region. And both teams really need to win out, leading to the Troop-LaGrange game. That'll be a tough one coming up in a couple of weeks. But right now, the Callaway Cavaliers are leading this one 26-13 as they're fighting to remain unbeaten in the region. Both of these teams tonight, Central and Callaway, unbeaten in the region. They'll put a man in motion from the far side, going to run off to the right side. Off to their tailbacks and get hit after he goes across the 20.
Ball came loose, I think. Central Carroll fell on it, I believe.
I think you are right. That's Demarius Owensby, the ball carrier, going around that right side that time.
Good gain on first down. Picked up about 4 as he went off right tackle. So Central sticking with their game plan, trying to go off right tackle. Reading that option, and we'll see if the quarterback Wesley Long can get his team moving on offense also.
Yeah, he is scared to throw the ball as well against this Cavalier secondary. Brandon was talking about that at halftime. They'll split him in wide to this near side wing to both sides. He'll go in motion back to the far side. They'll hit the ball on a wing reverse. He's going to be, looks like he'll mark it with a first down. Or real close to it.
Like he's going to be maybe a yard short. Jack going to bring up 3rd down and maybe a short one right here, depending on the spot. Yeah, he's going to mark him a little close, but a little short. So big 3rd down here for the Cavaliers as they try to get off the field and get the ball back to the offense.
7:52 left to go in the 3rd. 26-13 is your score. Callaway leading. They break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 1 for Central. They're moving from right to left. The quarterback will check his line. Back under center. We tighten up inside looking for the quarterback sneak, which they've run once before. And the
ball's on the ground, Jack.
It is. It looks like Callaway may have it.
Yes, they do. Deion Smith, Cavalier football.
He just comes up for the bottom of the pile, holds the ball there, says, y'all looking for this?
You know, Jack, I believe Central dodged the bullet there before the fumble. It looked like there was a little movement on the interior line, and there was no flag, but we'll take a fumble recovery anytime. And so a big moment here, Jack, in the third quarter, 7:24 to go. Cavaliers already up by 26-13. If they can take it in for a touchdown here, can really put some space between them and Central Carroll Lions.
So after the punt return, Goblin returns the punt down to the 13. We score on that one. Now we get the ball after a fumble here on the 26-yard line. Back to the line are the Cavaliers. We're going to go to the shotgun set. Twins to the far side. Park's going to take it and hand the ball to Rosser, who's going to flea flicker, throw it to God.
Oh, we got a man wide open.
Touchdown.
What a play, Jack.
Oh, my gosh.
Where did that come from, Jack?
All right.
Now I want to hear you do that one,
We
Jack.
just have to take a moment to try to describe that because it looked like it's just going to be a going around the left side with Rosser. We fake the ball off. We're going to pitch it out to Terry Godwin. Terry Godwin's going to dodge one man, spin around, a kind of a Johnny Manziel kind of move, throws it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Jack. That was
Nobody.
absolutely incredible.
Nobody in the
Can
end
you
zone.
do it again?
No, I don't.
That fooled everybody, Jack. So anyway, the big line is touchdown Cavaliers. Matt Napier digging deep in his bag of tricks on that one. So now let's try this extra point, Jack. See if we
I
can get
look
it right.
forward to the highlights in the ball game just to see
How
what
about
we
that?
said on that one.
Yeah,
Snap, hold, kick.
Blocked
Takes a long
again.
time. Yep.
It's just too slow, Jack. It just takes too long, it seems like. I'm not sure what a lot of work to do there, but again, a big touchdown there. Cavaliers up by a score of 32-13, puts them up by 19 with 7:14 to go in the third quarter.
That's almost better than the halftime show.
And this will be your premium right here.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to say I combined home and auto with State Farm.
Saved $760.
Love this guy.
Okay, does it bother anybody else that the mime is talking? Freaky.
Bundle home and auto, and you could save $760.
That's 760 very good reasons to call Matt Orr in LaGrange today.
Support your local economy.
See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Callaway Cavalier football.
On my notes here, I kind of write down little things to help me understand what happens in certain places.
We need Hicks here to explain that one.
All I wrote down was wow.
Wow, that's all you could say.
We're going to kick the ball off. A great kick. This is going to sail all the way back to the 1 yard line. He'll bring it up from there.
Out of cover.
And we do cover well this time. He's going to be hit and reverse his field. Maybe he should have just gone down there as he's going to loosen yardage back to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, we got the wheels on that coverage that time. We got Terry Godwin on kickoff coverage, number 6, Eddie Culpepper. Yeah, we got the speed out there.
We're going to put our athletes out there for that one.
Yes, sir.
No more than just running back and go untouched.
Keyshawn Freeman had to redress number 6 as he took after he made the tackle, he took the jersey half off of him. So Keyshawn doing a little housekeeping out there for number 6. But
he's a scholar athlete.
Good coverage by the Cavaliers. Pins Central Carroll deep in their own end zone. Now down by a score of 32-13 with 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. So Cavaliers can get a 3 and out and get another turnover here. They may be smelling blood in the water, Jack.
Cavaliers will walk 5 men up to the line of scrimmage. And we're going to jump off. They don't call us offsides. It looks like we jumped off sides there, but they're going to let that play go. They're going to hand off line. And I am not an offensive mind. I'm not an offensive guru. But I would think after I run my head into a wall so many times, I would quit running into that wall, which is the interior line of the Callaway Cavaliers.
Well, number 8, Bronze Zelaya, did a good job of anticipating the snap count, and he filled the hole, and he got there about the same time. And so there was just too many people there for Central Carroll to block. But you're right, Jack. They're going to deep in their own territory here. Obviously, they don't want a turnover, but they're going to have to expand their offense here just a little bit to get back in this ballgame.
Split backfield for the quarterback Wood. He'll take the snap, reverse out, hand the ball to his tailback going around the far side. He'll get to the corner, gets to the 20, close to a first down. We're going to go out of bounds on that far side. And that's going to be number 6, Demarius Owensby, the ball carrier.
And, Jack, again, they have some success around the corners, on the edges. And that play was held short of the first down, but they got good yardage, going to bring up about 3rd and 3. And the Cavaliers have been able to stop the inside plays, but Central Carroll has had good success once they get to the edge.
I will say this, though. That is 20 yards that you're running to pick up 3.
No doubt.
As you get to the outside. So you are running your backs a little bit more than yards just straight up and down the field, as the Cavaliers have done. When you think about Rosser and Culpepper, their yards are just straight up and down the field. They'll put a man in motion. Actually, he'll get off sides. It was I think they just missed the snap count as the tailback just steps up and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." But normally they're taught to go ahead and play that motion out.
A little loss of focus there by their fullback that time, and it's a big penalty. Instead of 3rd and 3, it's 3rd and 8. So that changes the play call totally. With the ball backed up inside their own 15-yard line, they still got to be careful here.
6:13 left to go in this third quarter play. 32-13 is your score. Cavaliers have done an amazing job on defense tonight, and only 1 offensive touchdowns against the Cavaliers tonight.
On a short field, Jack. You remember after a fumble.
So here comes Central. Man split wide left and right. Single back in the backfield for the quarterback. He put a man in motion. Comes back and will roll out. He's got a lot of pressure. He's going to go down at the 4.
Keyshawn Freeman on a blitz there that time, Jack. Wow, he timed that perfectly, Jack. He beat the pulling guard and sacked the quarterback Wesley Long for a big loss back inside the 5. It's going to bring up a 4th down in about 15 or 20 as Central Carroll will be punting from deep in their own end zone. And if the Cavaliers can handle this punt cleanly, Jack, again, we should have good field position.
I think Central's kind of got in the back of their mind. They better make sure to keep it out of his hands because he can run it all the way back.
They may be better off taking safety.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the worst play in football. Insult to injury. Great kick, though.
That's a good kick. Guy was going to let it hit.
Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, no, he's not. He thought about it, but he let it hit. And again, the Cavaliers still going to have good field position on the central side of the 50 at the 49-yard line.
He stepped up like he's going to, but I think he remembers some of those earlier scoldings from his sophomore year.
That's called maturity, I think. That may be ball skills, Jack. We talk. But a good decision there by Terry Godwin. Mike could have caught it in the air, but didn't feel comfortable with it and let it go instead of giving them a big turnover and a little momentum. Now the Cavaliers have an opportunity to go down and really put some space between them and the Lions of Central Carroll.
Carroll will step up to the line. Parks will go under center. I formation behind him. Step back and just hand the ball to Rosser, who could go 35-30. Fights his way down to the 28-yard line. Did he lose the ball late?
Ball's on the ground again, Jack. It looked like the ground caused that fumble, Jack. I'm not sure. I thought he was down.
We'll see what they indicate as they pull them all off the pile. And without a replay, I don't know that's really going to matter.
I thought he was on the ground, Jack, but they're going to say it came out. But that's Rosser's 3rd fumble of the evening, Jack. Wow, after such a big game. Got to do a little better job of ball security. But I'd like to see the film on that one. It looked like the ground caused that fumble, Jack, but the official said no.
So now Central have the ball basically where they were at the 22-yard line. Clock ticks at 5:17. 32-13 is your score. Callaway leading this one. If you've got some scores from some of our local ball games, feel free to call the station and let them know. They'll get those out to us. We'll get those on the air for everybody. They're going to go in motion to the far side. Go off tackle to the right. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7.
That's the big fullback, number 28, that we mentioned earlier in the game, Jack. First time we've seen him, maybe the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen him carry the ball tonight, as the Cavaliers have done a good job, keeping him under wraps.
They're going to spot him with 5 there. 2nd and 5 now. Ball rests at the 32-yard line. They come back with a single back set, double wing formation, wide out to the far side. Man in motion. Turn it off tackle, and we're going to read it well and then bring him right there. Taylor Long has not carried that option out. I don't know that he's pitched the ball maybe once or twice, so we're kind of keying right on that fullback as he comes to the line of scrimmage.
Big Justice Perkins that time, and number 20, Lorenzo Patterson. Jack, I'm thinking here with 4 minutes to go, the Lions down by 19. They're still running off tackle. Maybe they think their best defense is a good offense, keep the ball away from the Cavaliers. So they're trying to grind it out and see if they can go down and get a score and maybe cut into this lead.
Man in motion again. And the quarterback will keep it this time, turns up the field, and he pays for it. He does pick up the 1st down, but he gets the 40, and he's got about 3 Cavaliers on him.
It is a 1st down, but the Cavaliers are perfectly willing to let Central run, take their time, let the clock run. With 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter and up by 19. Again, the Cavaliers will to let that clock run any time with Central's not only playing against Callaway, but now they're playing against the clock, too.
You can hear the trains in the background. Of course, if you've been in LaGrange a long time, it's one of the neat sounds of here at the stadium. And as my daddy said, the world's still going on if you hear the trains in the background.
There you go.
Double wing set, single back in the backfield. Man in motion. Quarterback's going to roll out, looking, got a little pressure, going to air it out way down the field. He's got a man down there, but there's two Cavaliers as well. Tipped away. Great coverage by the Cavaliers.
Good coverage down there by Jet Snellings, number 7, number 2, Ed Daniel, and number 22, Michael Moss. We got a flag in the backfield. I'm not sure if it's a late hit or a hold. Let's see what we got here, Jack.
Looking for the official to give us that indication. Stepping back, looks like a mark it off against Central. And did he ever give us the indication what the flag was?
I would think it's a hold, Jack, by the way they're moving Central back.
Normally you expect the man in the white hat to step out and tell us what it was, but I guess he wants to assume it. So we're going to go with holding against Central.
Maybe he gave it to us while we were looking down the field, Jack. Maybe we just missed it. So, Jack, that brings up second down and 30.
Whole bunch.
Wow. Excuse me, first and 30.
Yeah, from the point of the foul.
Wow.
Again, they put a man in motion. The little timing play going to their tailback to the far side.
That time the Cavaliers did a much better job on the corner. Number 11 there, Dre Martin, occupied 2 blockers, and Deion Smith, number 14, from his left defensive end, was able to make the play.
Owensby was not able to get to the corner that time, and they, at least they're trying a little bit more to get to that outside. And we've only seen them, I think, really throw the long pass. I haven't seen them really try to get anything, over the middle or out in the flats. They haven't seemed to want to try that against the Cavaliers. We're really not giving that much of a cushion.
Well, Cavaliers have had such good pressure, Jack. They haven't been able to block them.
Quarterback's going to keep it, turn upfield, and just duck his head, bless his heart, at the 26-yard line. And he is hit hard there.
Jack, we have a secret weapon over there. If you notice, Terry Godwin, he goes to the sideline with the Central Carroll, and he's listening in for the play over there.
He's standing up there in the huddle.
He's having himself a good time over there with the Central coaches and the players. So Terry's trying to get a little read on what the play is. And
folks, he is standing directly beside the head coach of Central over there.
And now
that's bold.
Now Dre Martin gets in on the action. So
and they can't do anything because the coach is on the field. If you walk on the field, I'm sorry.
I guess so. All right, looks like we got an illegal substitution by Central Carroll. They broke the huddle with 12 players, Jack, looks like.
They're trying anything they can, and maybe those 12 players might help them.
That's right.
So they'll back them up a little bit more. We'll talk about this more in the post game, of course, but the only thing that's really kind of disappointed me is one of the special teams that can't seem to kick the ball for the extra point. We had trouble with the return, but also that's 3 fumbles on the night.
Yeah, and Coach Wiggins is not going to be happy with that ball security. Yeah. You've got to take care of the football. The Cavaliers are really fortunate tonight so far that it really hasn't cost them yet. And if they had not fumbled, Jack, the score could be a lot more lopsided than it actually is. So,
well, and we're not going to turn our backs on Central.
No, it's still 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Yes. They can strike quickly from anywhere on the field.
Single back set. Twins actually really more trips this near side. Reversing out. They're going to go off tackle where that end was.
Ball on the ground, Jack.
And I think we're going to get it. Cavaliers going to dive on it.
Still loose. Cavalier ball, Jack. Number 5. D.D. Leverett.
Down to the 19-yard line for the Cavaliers. So the fumbles bounce around. That's their second fumble tonight.
Turnabout is fair play, I guess, Jack. I don't know how that ball came loose, Jack. I don't think he was hit very hard. It looks like he was just carrying it loosely, and it squirted out of there. But the Cavaliers will take it. So that means the score now is 3-2, fumble-wise for Callaway.
They got a tough little guy back there that's run the ball. But I call that an anticipation fumble.
Right.
Because I think he felt something about to hit him.
Right. So the Cavaliers with an opportunity now, Jack, with 2:10 to go in the third quarter to really make it tough on the Central Lions in the fourth quarter. If they can get a touchdown here.
Hey, this is the third or fourth time we've had a short field like this, and Parks will go into center. They got a blitz coming on. Parks will escape it, going around the right side, throw the ball complete down the field to Ross. So Ross will catch it and step out of bounds at the 11.
Good job by Tez Parks that time to avoid the rush and the pressure. And pick up about 4 or 5 yards and just dumped it over to Devon Ross, or Little Ross as we call him, over here in the flat, and move the ball down to the 20, bring up about second down and 5, Jack. Second and 6, maybe.
Parks will take the play and step back inside. Let the guys know where they're going to run here. Taking their time. We don't go with the quick huddle here with 2:04 left to go. It's going to be Godwin split out wide to this near side, and who knows what they're going to try out now. Parks will take it, go down the line, pitch it at the last minute to Culpepper. Culpepper dodges one, goes up in the air and back down. He's going to get about 2, maybe 3 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
That's a great play out there by number 12 for Central Carroll, the cornerback. He was blocked and simply took his blocker and himself and threw him into the tackle there and did a good job because that play had touchdown written all over it. He was the last man between Eddie Culpepper and Pay Dirt for the Cavaliers.
Parks was really wrapped up by the defensive end on that far side, but it was able to get the pitch away. Culpepper take it and getting the positive yards out of that. So 3rd and a long 4. Godwin will be split out wide to this near side. Slot with looks like it's going to be levered in the slot set right there. Parks reverses out, throws a quick out to Godwin. Godwin at the 10, down to 5. Great downfield block as we go in for a touchdown for the Cavaliers.
You know, Jack, that play is virtually unstoppable, especially when you get a block from number 5 like that, Petey Leverett. What a great block. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands. Give Coach Napier and his staff a lot of credit. Coach Wiggins, Napier knows, has an idea about where the playmakers are, and that's going to be Godwin's 2nd touchdown tonight, I believe. Jack, am I correct?
You are correct.
Big punt return, so puts the Cavaliers up by a score of 38-13, and the Cavaliers are going to go for 2 here. And why not?
Well, I'm just thrilled with the way that play developed also because you had Leverett in at the slot. He was able to come across, let Godwin step back, catch the ball, and then they go in for the score. And the most happy man of that score was Leverett. He was the one clapping as he was on the ground after blocking his man. He'll throw the corner. Got a man back there. Does he bring it down? Nope.
No, incomplete.
A little bit too much on it. But, hey, we're up right now 38-13 with 1:12 left to go in the 3rd. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
38-13 is your score. Callaway Cavaliers leading this one now, and you see a few folks start to relax and lean back in their seats now, and not quite with their hackles up quite as much.
Everybody but Coach Wiggins. Coach Wiggins is still coaching. He's still got the long sweatshirt on, and he's pacing. He won't stop until
I hope he gets a lot of fluids during the ball game.
He won't stop until the end of the ball game.
Because I bet he sweats a lot during one of these things.
Another good kick by Hunter Milliman.
Hunter is going to kick it there, kick down, take it to the 1. And he's going to slip through our first group of guys and slip down. Hey, that 30-yard line came in handy for us as he's going to trip up there.
Boy, I'm telling you, Keyshawn Freeman was blocked that time, and once he got blocked, there was a big hole there, and I sure am glad that 30-yard line was there on that one, Jack.
Yeah, somebody pulled the string. And
he might still be running, Jack.
We'll mark him down at the 34-yard line, and that's where Central will have it 1st and 10 with 1:05 left to go in the 3rd. Tell you what, this has been a long quarter.
You know, it has, Jack. It's still 1:05 to go, and it's been a profitable quarter for the Cavaliers, but you're right, it has been long. Wishbone, Jack.
Cavaliers going to line up with as they're going to cross buck, and we're just going to be all over it. They're going to lose yards on that. And they started off with that wishbone, Tony, but
yeah.
I think there's a reason they went away from it.
Yeah, one of the reasons is number 20, Lorenzo Patterson, from his defensive tackle. That was a little slow developing cross buck out there, and they just Cavaliers had that one diagnosed, and a big loss on 1st down of about 5.
There's a run of wishbone. You got to have some hosses. You got to have some guys that you're just going to drive it down people's throats. You have to have some of the quickest backs in the world to just get out of that formation in the backfield.
Yeah, and the Cavaliers have been really effective in penetration across their defensive front tonight, as Brandon said during halftime.
Double wing set, single back to the backfield. They'll put a man in motion. We've seen this before. Toss sweep to that wing back from around to the far side. We're going to pick him out and toss him. And that's going to be Davenport, the ball carrier.
Going to be back close to the original line of scrimmage, Jack, but I believe that's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
If you're right, 10 seconds left. The guy's just kind of milling around there, and that'll end it for the 3rd quarter play. We're going into the 4th. 38-13 is your score. Callaway Cavaliers leading. Let's take 60 seconds. Back at the station, we're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result.
CB&T. With us, you're closer to what's important to you. Closer to home with 3 branches in LaGrange. Closer to your money with mobile and internet banking and 6 local ATMs. Plus, you can use any Synovus or Publix Presto ATM in the Southeast. Closer to people who care about you. Local people who make local decisions. We're CB&T. How can we serve you today? CB&T is a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Some restrictions apply to mobile banking.
For over 50 years, Holmes Pharmacy has been a part of your life and your neighbor, and through all those years, it's still locally owned and operated. Holmes Pharmacy on Commerce Avenue has a drive-through window and has always had the time to talk to you one-on-one. We're ready for you to join our family at Holmes Pharmacy.
Hi, I'm Peggy Prather. If you're tired of the large box stores and are looking for fast personal service, come by today in Hamilton or LaGrange at 136 Commerce Avenue. Holmes Pharmacy, where we take care of you one prescription at a time.
40 a.m. and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Getting a few scores back from some friends here and there. In the third quarter, Alexander, LaGrange still trailing in that ball game. And here comes Central. Got a little pressure. They threw across the middle and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. He was open there at the 50. That's going to be a fourth down for them.
Yeah, the Cavaliers didn't bring much pressure. They only brought 3 people that time, had 8 in coverage. Found a little hole in the zone. The quarterback had a little time to throw, but the ball was a little bit high behind him. So fourth down and 9, but another good stop for the Callaway Cavaliers.
Really kind of in a prevent there. The Cavaliers had backed up. I actually just got a new score. 13-6 is the score of Alexander leading that one in the third quarter.
Wow. So has Gittins gotten back yet, or is he still hurt?
He was out last ball game. I'm really not sure. I got 2 teams following here. It's kind of hard to keep up with them.
I understand.
Ball's going to go out of bounds, and Godwin won that. Actually, that's not going to be Godwin back there this time.
Jet Snelling's back deep.
Jet won a little bit of that, but he's not going to be able to. It's a Callaway offense to come back on the field. In the fourth quarter now, Callaway leading 38-13.
Got another score from Hurd County. They're up 41-6 over Manchester.
Hurd County still have a good season. They had a little tough time with the Cavaliers at the first of the season, but trying to recover. Pushed them well down there.
Cavaliers looking to run a little clock here, Jack. 11:47 to go in the ball game.
Well, this may be the last series for a lot of these starters, too. Parks takes his time back under center. Takes it, reverses out, hands the ball to Rosser. Rosser going around that right side, cuts back inside. He's at the 35 to the 40, and he's going to be tackled at the 45-yard line. He's a pounding runner.
Running with a purpose now after those 3 fumbles, looking to make amends. Jack, if you notice, I know our fans watching us on the World Wide Web, if you'll notice, Cavaliers had young man Devin Brock in the slot that time with nobody on him. And so I'm sure the coaches will see that. And if you'll watch, I don't think that was supposed to be that big a cushion, but they can stand up and throw the ball out here to their wide receivers anytime. If you look now, that's a 20-yard cushion.
Yep.
And as the Cavaliers get some fresh bodies in there.
Parks will hand the ball to Culpepper. Culpepper will be tripped up in the backfield. That's one of the few plays for a loss that we've had in this whole ball game.
Cavaliers starting to run in some new players here, Jack. I'll see if I can get my roster ready. Reeves Payne, number 33 in the ball game for Devin Brock. Number 83 in for the Cavaliers. That's A.J. Braxton. Of course, Tez Parks is still there. The offensive line is still intact as we get down to 11 minutes now to go in the ball game.
When you get your starting quarterback, you need your starting line in there. You need to keep him protected.
That's right. Number 17, Nick Woodyard, is also in the ball game as a wide receiver.
Back to the eye for Parks. Takes the snap, reverses out, toss sweep to Culpepper. And they've got a nice little rush on us. Culpepper fights his way upfield to the 50. Down to the 45-yard line. He'll go out of bounds on the far side of the field, and Culpepper, just great second effort, picks up 7.
You know, Jack, you're exactly right. You hit the nail on the head. That's just an unbelievable second effort right there. That might be one of the best 8-yard runs you've ever seen. Central Carroll got good penetration on their left side over there. Eddie just wouldn't give up and fought his way forward to pick up about 7 yards to bring up third down in about 3.
You mentioned Hurd County 41-6 over Manchester right now. Also Harris County right now. They're tied with Bainbridge 16-16. That's an important ball game for Harris County.
That's a long ride to Bainbridge.
Yeah, it is.
How did they get in that region? Wow.
Yeah, but thank you, Atlanta.
Goodness.
We should have talked to Dr. Swearinger about that yesterday. I guess, too. Parks will take the ball, steps upfield. About 3. He breaks about 4 or 5 tackles. Still on his feet. He's going to get the first down.
Jack, he's going to be awfully close. But, again, what an individual effort by Tez Parks. That's going to be close. I wonder if the Cavaliers are close enough to go for it.
You know, if it's me, I'm not punting at the 43-yard line with this kind of lead.
Well, you risk a chance of getting it blocked, getting it run back. I think Coach Wiggins is going to bring his offensive lineman out there, and they're going to go for it right here, Jack.
They'll move the ball, so it's going to be short, 4th and 1. And Parks will come out here and talk to his coach, who's almost to the hash mark. He said, I better back you up. He want to go on there.
Well, he got scolded by the side judge over here. And, you know, Coach Napier, he always does what they tell him.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then the next time he gets told again.
Yeah, he'll get in his ear here in just a minute and ask him to quit telling him what to do. So,
slot set on this near side. Parks just go straight up the middle of the field. He's going to pick up the first down to the 40-yard line.
Right. Really a good job that time by Stephen Curtis at center, who's filling in for an injured Josh Williams. And aside for a couple of low snaps early in the game, Stephen's done a good job at the center position. That's a difficult position to play in any offense because he's in charge of the line calls, calling out who to block. And Stephen's done a good job at the center position tonight.
Courtney Lay on that right side guard did a good job, too. Drive his men off the ball. He's at the bottom of the pile coming off that.
10th grader, Courtney Lay.
Yep. Parks will go back under center, eye behind it. Steps back, hands the ball to Culpepper. Actually, that's going to be Maynard. Maynard, wow, he's fighting for extra yardage. He gets hit at the 40, fights for 2 more yards there, get to the 42-yard line.
Brandon mentioned 10th grader sophomore Cedric Maynard. Cedric had a big touchdown last week in Chapel Hill as he took a pitch and went about 85 yards in the blink of an eye. He has a second and a third gear, Jack. If he ever gets in the open, there's not a lot of people can catch him. But the coaches are looking for big things out of Cedric. Only being a 10th grader gives us a lot of depth at tailback with Eddie Culpepper and Cedric back there.
Over 3 minutes so far in this drive. Callaway just drived it down the field, back to the eye. Spans to the wide left and right. Parks will back up looking. He fakes the throw, then steps upfield, gets to the 45-yard line before he's brought down.
You know, Jack, that was good. That play didn't look like much, but Tez took about a 3-step drop and saw the linebacker in his line of fire with his wide receiver over there, decided to tuck it and gain it about 2 or 3 yards instead of having a big turnover. So good recognition that time by the senior quarterback, Tez Park.
Plus, if he threw it away, it's an incomplete pass, stops the clock, which the clock's still ticking at 8:15.
And he's so strong, Jack, he feels like he can score or get a first down anytime he wants to. And he's been pretty successful so far this year for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, what really beautiful sounds here. We appreciate the Coleman, the way he sets up things. As you hear the bands in the background, the fans. I almost feel like I'll be talking about Golden Flake in a minute as we're going to have Tez going up in the middle of the field. Excuse me, Rosser.
Wow.
And he just,
Jack, I believe
he's hit at the 25.
And I believe he's got a first down, too.
He gets across the 30 down to the 28, and he carried about 7 guys from Central across the 30-yard line.
I believe little Ross is upset with himself for those 3 fumbles tonight. And he's trying to make amends for it right now. And he's definitely motivated right now.
I'm gonna make this prediction.
Okay.
I bet the coach is going to put the ball in Rosser's hands to score a touchdown. They're going to give him that opportunity to kind of make it.
They have a lot of confidence in him. They know this is, he's not trying to fumble. And they got to get his confidence up. And he'll get, he's okay.
It's going to be Maynard this time. It breaks about 3 tackles. He may go. He's at the 15, all the way down to the 11-yard line. And he's, again, carried. They're slow to get up after riding his back all the way. And he's popping up, tossing the ball, having a good time, talking to the officials, and he's back in there at the backfield.
Well, Jack, we mentioned about how long the Central Carroll defense was on the field in the first half. It's really starting to show now as you see some arm tackles going on, kids on one knee. Been over at the knee trying to breathe. And it's been a long night, yes.
It's over 5 minutes here in the fourth quarter. 38-13 is your score. Callaway leading this one. I formation back with Maynard at the tailback, Rosser at the fullback. Rosser's going to get it, find his way. He goes inside, outside, back inside, touchdown, Cavaliers.
And your prediction came true, Jack. You're some kind of football prognosticator, Jack. And you know a lot about it. You know what to say, too. So, Greg, we're missing you tonight, buddy, but Jack's taking care of it. But what a great job up front by the line of scrimmage, by the offensive line again. We've called them all night. Rosser's able to hold on to the football this time, going for the scores. The Cavaliers go up by a score of 44-13. And, Jack, that was a statement drive right there, I believe. That leaves no doubt midway of the season who the best team in Region 4 AAA is right now.
That's in the message, the best academy. That's in the ball all down the line. Hey, look out.
No doubt.
That intimidation factor before we walk on the field.
No doubt.
on attempt the point after touchdown. Got to move it a little faster. Snap, a little high, hold, kick. Actually, we're going to run the fire. Godwin going to throw it towards the end zone. Touchdown! Excuse me, not touchdown, but 2-point conversion.
I'm not so sure that's the way they draw it up, but
but you know,
hey, we'll take it.
That's a fire.
We'll take it.
If it's a high snap, he couldn't get it down. Godwin pops up, rolls to his right, and knows there's going to be a guy. Releases the end.
When you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Rob Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Rob Upchurch on the web at robupchurchsales.com. Or when you are ready to buy or sell a house, commercial property, or acreage, you need to call Joel Upchurch. He is ready to go to work for you. Joel Upchurch on the web at joelupchurch.com.
Really? You know, Jack, this is a Central team that came into this game giving up 6 points a game.
Yeah.
And you know, they beat a good Ringo team on the road. Okay. They've been
putting up points too. They put up over 40.
They've been putting up. You know, they lost to a good Bremen team, AA school, but they came in here really excited. And again, we mentioned we had not seen a team like this, but they had not seen a team like Callaway either. And Callaway continues to put points on the board simply because of so many offensive weapons. And let's not forget their defense, holding this team to 13 points.
Really, if you think about it, only one offensive touchdown tonight, and that was on a short field. Up to the 25 to the 30.
And that's definitely the gentleman we want carrying the ball right there, number 52. That was a good job. The Cavaliers tried a little short pooch kick right there and to keep it out of the deep receiver's hands, and it worked out well. Even though the ball's on the 35-yard line, the Cavaliers are out there now to play a little defense as we are under the 7-minute mark, Jack, in the fourth quarter with the Callaway Cavaliers leaving 46-19. 46-13.
Yep, and welcome to all the folks that are getting in their cars and listening to the ball game as they're getting ready to drive home. We appreciate you tuning in to 96.9 to 1240. Of course, we probably glanced up, saw the banner up here right below us here in the booth. We appreciate Mud Creek Graphics and putting that together for us. Support the Callaway Cavaliers. They're going to go back to their double wing set. They're going to toss around the left side. Hey, there's no quitting in Central. They're going to get about 2-3 yards up the field to the 40.
Going back to where they've been most successful tonight, Jack, trying to get on the edge there. And, Jack, as I watch them try to run the edge there, I see a lot of jerseys being stretched. And, I understand it's 46-13, but you know, you have to give the officials a kudos tonight. They've let the kids play.
Yeah.
They've done a good job of being invisible. But again, the Central Carroll going with what's been successful for them.
We're almost done inside there. It's got a lot of fresh faces down there. Number 27, Javonsky Leverett, about to stunt from his linebacker's position. They put a man in motion, toss sweep to this near side. Nice job of 20 folks inside.
Great job by number 14, Deion Smith, from his defensive end. Simply took his blocker, threw him down, and made a great play. No room on that edge that time, Jack.
Now, I tell you what, also Jay Fuller stepping up for the cornerback position. He turned that play inside. There was nowhere for him to go outside.
And that's how you defense that play, Jack. Somebody on the end has to turn it inside, and the pursuit coming from the inside made the play. Number 25, Brandon Body in at linebacker now also for the Cavaliers.
So if new faces starting to come in here with 5:46 left to go, but you know it's good to get fresh legs and that sort of thing. But also you want to kind of maintain what your defense have done.
Sure you do. And Leverett and Body got a lot of playing time last week, so they're no rookies to this defense.
There's the snap. They're going to shotgun set, and we're going to be all in his faces. We're going to sack it. Ow! Wow. Man, they hit him pretty hard at the 37-yard line. Bless your heart, quarterback, just slide down there as you see those guys coming at you.
Again, tremendous pressure from number 20, Lorenzo Patterson. Brandon Body, number 25. Number 52, Justice Perkins. Number 19, Nooney Anderson. Number 14, Deion Smith. On and on and on about the pressure, and it brings up another fourth down, and Central will be punting again, Jack.
They've done this a lot tonight. I tell you what, you got to hand it to their long snapper here because he's about 13 yards deep, and they set up three guys at about 7 yards deep, and they have to thread the ball between those three guys each time, and I'd have a hard time doing that. I was a long snapper in high school, and that'd be no fun at all.
Another low line drive.
And we'll take it at the 30.
Snelling's going to be dropped right where he stands, but a good job of fielding that point by Jeff Snelling.
He wanted a little bit there, though. You could tell he was wanting to catch that ball.
You could pay your way through school as a long snapper now.
Yeah.
They give scholarships, full scholarship. And the long snapper, and the field goal PAT snap are very important parts of college and professional football now.
There are two guys that are your best friends from that position. That is that right guard and that left guard, because they are protecting your head.
Well, the officials do now. I don't think you can hit the guy now. You can't hit the long
They could hit me back then, because they sure would put up.
And look what happened. That's the reason they stopped it. That's the reason they stopped it, Jackson.
They would put my helmet in the ground as soon as I snapped that ball. I remember my senior year, I had that big old neck brace on, trying to keep myself from hurting. And Maynard going around the right side, reverses his field, and still on his feet, fighting it. He'll lose some yardage there, but that's the exciting run by him. Is bringing some new guys here on the offense. Number 11, Dre Martin in at the quarterback, and we've seen him a few times in blowouts like this in this season.
Number 17, Nick Woodyard, is in at wide receiver. Still got the same offensive line. Number 18 for the Cavaliers, J.T. Wortham, is in at a tight end's position. Still got the road graders up front with number 54, Harley Tabor, Devin Powell, 57, Stephen Curtis, number 50, Brandon Sutton at right guard, and Courtney Lay at right tackle. So
now Dre's a strong young man, but I think I just saw him skip onto the field.
You may have.
He was so excited about getting in there to play quarterback. Takes the snap, reverses out, and hands the ball off to Maynard. Maynard going to get to the outside to the 20, 25, finds that second gear across the 30. He'll pick up a first down. No, actually, back to the original line of scrimmage after he lost that yardage on that previous play.
And tackled by number 7 right there. And if not, he'd still be running because he had a seam right there, Jack. And as we mentioned, looks like we may have a flag. It's going to back the Cavaliers up. Not sure what the call was. Maybe came from the referee. Looks like it could be a hold.
All right, I got a score here. Alexander right now up 26-13 against LaGrange in the fourth quarter. So that's a big surprise ball game.
That is a big surprise right there. That really benefits the Troop High Tigers.
Yeah.
I think Shaw beat Alexander last week. Troop's already beaten Alexander.
Actually, Alexander beat Shaw. So that also helped the Tigers.
That's what I bet. Okay. So,
Troop has had a tough time. We get the past 2 weeks, Sandy Creek and Carrollton. But, hey.
Getting some help tonight from Alexander. Yeah. Cavaliers back way up now, Jack.
Going to hand the ball off to the tailback, Maynard. Maynard fights his way up the field, gets about 5-6 yards, still on his feet at the 15-yard line, brings up third down, but that clock continues to tick at 3:16. Cowboys leading 46-13. We welcome you. If you're getting in your car and listening to us, appreciate you joining us here. You might be on the World Wide Web. Maybe you just got home and you cut your computer on. And I'll tell you what's neat. I've seen some folks that'll do this. They'll hook their computer up to their big old flat screens, and it's just like watching
and turn the sound off. I'm just messing with you, Jack.
It's just like watching Monday Night Football there with Dandy Don and Howard Cosell.
Which one are you?
I'm gonna be.
Okay.
That's just good old stuff right there. They need to show some of those classic games from Monday Night Football. So see, the Cavaliers are going to have a little bit of a problem running that play. We're going to pick up a fourth down there. Run around that right side. Just a little bit of inexperience in that backfield a little bit that time.
Busted play. Dre Martin turned the wrong way on the snap, but he was able to take it around the right side and get some positive yardage. Bring up fourth down at about 23 now. The Cavaliers are going to be back in punt formation. Chase Freeman in for a punt. Clock down to 2:10 to go in the ball game. Cavaliers comfortably in front by a score of 46-13.
On to put the ball away are the Cavaliers. Waiting for the snap. Snap, a little bit high. Good job of fielding it. And maybe one of the better kicks of the night is a fair catch is called for back to the 47-yard line. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station for just a second. This is Callaway Cavalier Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Hi friends, Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive the Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available either a 4-door sedan or a sporty 5-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaofLaGrange.com and help support your local economy.
See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Callaway Cavalier football.
Welcome back to Callaway Cavalier football. Central's going to bring in the second team here late in this ball game, 46-13. Quarterback this time is going to be number 9, Jaleel Terry.
Tackle that time by number 80, Keegan Woods. Recognize that last name? Coach Woods' son down there playing a little defensive end. Coach Woods gets to enjoy watching his son play a little bit as we got a lot of new kids in. Jack, we'll try to get these names in as quick as we can. I see number 44, Michael Freeman at linebacker. Number 82, Ben Griffin playing defensive end here on this side.
Chris Griffin played football with him back in the day. And a little false start there against them. Minute 12 left to go in this ball game. Going to look down the field, try to call him.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance. Find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
Contact State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp, there to help you with unexpected savings.
And just the expectancy on their faces. 85, Darvin Troy back there, the cornerback position. They're going to run the ball off around the far side. He's got some running room to the 40. Will be hit and brought out of bounds on that far side. Nice job by those Cavaliers. Keeps them in bounds. The clock continues to tick. 44 seconds. They roll a couple more guys out, and they say, get off the field quick. Ben Griffin wants back in there, wants to get a chance to get something going. Come on, I want to run another play.
Clock's down to 30 seconds, Jack. This is probably the last play of the game, so let's see what Central does here.
Back up again, hand the ball to the wing back coming from the far side, and we're going to tackle him at the 32-yard line, and that'll be the last play of the ball game. And tell you what you're going to see here, Tony, at the end is these two teams will line up. They'll go across the middle of the field. They'll shake hands. I've heard across the country there's a couple of folks that are thinking that needs to stop. I saw that on a news program the other day, and it just really troubled me. Well, I watched last night as the Tigers lost a tough ball game, yet were still able to hold their heads high, walk across the field, learn that sportsmanship, and shake hands. And tonight you'll see the guy from Central come right down the 50-yard line and shake hands with the Cavaliers because you give your best.
That's what you do.
And then you shake hands.
And unfortunately, there's some idiots out there that have taken advantage of that situation by doing some really
like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
As far as the standings, but again, good job by the Cavaliers as they came out tonight and made a statement, and the rest of the region now understands that Cavaliers are the team to beat. When they perform like that, Jack, they take care of some turnovers, they're going to be hard to beat.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll wrap this up from Callaway Stadium. The Cavaliers have won this 46-13 against Central of Carroll County. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football, 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Proven leadership is a must to keep LaGrange strong, and we have the opportunity to elect a mayor that will work for all of LaGrange. That's Jim Thornton. He knows what needs work and what already works. Jim Thornton is ready to listen to you and work hard to keep LaGrange strong. So vote Jim Thornton, Mayor, November 5th.
Hello, I am Jim Thornton, and if you want to know more about me and my campaign for mayor, please go to jimthornton.org and like me on Facebook. And please remember to vote November 5th.
Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
Kia.
Hi friends, Jess Licht here with Key of LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive the Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available in either a 4-door sedan or a sporty 5-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KeyofLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
See Key of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. The action continues now with more Callaway Cavalier football.
Welcome back to Callaway Cavalier football. The Callaway Cavaliers have done an amazing job tonight as they've come away with a big win. Two teams undefeated in the region in Central and Callaway. And Callaway comes away with a huge win, 46-13, 1 point better than last week, 45-12.
Yeah.
So 1 point better on either side, but that was a ball game that was in question early on. We had some fumbles early, gave Central a chance, but that defense really kept Central really getting anything going.
20-13 at the halftime, and the only reason it was close, a couple of breakdowns in the kicking game. Cavaliers had a 100-yard punt return go against kickoff return against them, but defensively, what a great job. The defensive line was dominant all night long. Yeah. They stopped the run, they put pressure on the passer, and really made it tough for Central. And Jack, that's 91 points in 2 weeks. And
that's a lot.
They've given up about 20 now, 25.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll win you a lot of games. But you really have to like what you see right now from the Cavaliers. They continue to get better each week. Right now there are a couple of things that they're going to have to work on. It's true with any team.
Yeah.
And to get better, you got to play. You got to play a game where you don't have mistakes. And when you get to the next level, to go farther and deep in the playoffs, you got to play offense, defense, and special teams. And I know Coach Wiggins will get his kids ready next week as we get ready to travel to Harrison County next Friday night. We get a